Welcome to the bigger play where the rubber meets the road. Back with another one. So we was talking about divorces and breakups, and the topic about Remy and Papoose popped up because you seen the whole hip hop community rooting for him, but here it is, it's nasty. Why are breakups and divorces so nasty? And we want to try to channel those reasons of why it could be to a point where it's like, I mean, it's just, they nasty, you know? And we want to take a chance to, or we want to take some time to explore why they so nasty. Well, the first thing you want to do when it comes to breakup and divorces is pinpoint the level of emotional trauma that comes with it. It's based on our thought processes and how we think, right? Love activates something in the brain. It's like dopamine, like a reward because it makes you feel good. The same thing that drugs activate. I mean, if you do your research, you can, a lot of people don't understand how deep, how our bodies are made or what type of makeup we have when it comes to our physicalities and things of that nature. So when a relationship ends, you experience withdrawal. So I have friends, I have family members, I have loved ones, and just people in general that I grew up around, right? They own a certain type of drug, even with alcoholism. And they do it every day and they feel good. But it's a point where you come down off of that high and you're trying to get that fix again so you can get back to that high. But at the point where you have to go to prison and they pull that away from you, or you compromise to a point where you can't get that drug, you can't get that high, and they pull that away from you, you're forced to go through what you call a withdrawal. And when I tell you, some people don't bounce back off the withdrawal, it's the same thing as you being in a certain situation where you married or you're in a committed relationship and it comes to an end. Withdrawal. Yeah. It get that deep. The brain literally craves the emotional connection it lost. The body literally craves that substance that you was abusing. The body literally craves that substance that you lost. These are the comparables. It's the same difference. You understand? It goes deep like that. You can take initiative to look at something called the loss of future dreams, right? So what happens is you'll be in a situation where by you being connected to this person, you really feel like y'all had goals, aspirations, ambitions. You was gonna spend your life with this person and you didn't see the other side of what it was gonna look like when it go bad. You understand? Couples don't just share a present day visualization or vision. They also build together visions of the future. And then at a breakup, that becomes compromise. You talking about marriage. You talking about if you have children, that's even another aspect of it. You growing old together. You know, you have shared goals, traditions, and interests, spiritually like-minded, and people grow apart. Hence, again, these are the devastations of divorces and the breakups. Okay, you got identity crisis. People have different definitions of what they deem equally yoked to mean. when you get with somebody and you guys start to pair bond, start to pick up each other's characteristics, starts to be intimate with each other, you can go through a thing to where you merge in your identity, who you are, with your partner. Instead of I is we. Instead of you or me is us. Instead of individual is together. You understand? So after the breakup, you may feel lost or unsure who you are without them. If you follow me, it's not I, it's we. It's not you or me, it's us. It's not individual, it's a team. So now we break up, you feel like you lost a teammate. Now, you know the Bulls couldn't win those 6 championships without the team. These are the different things that people go through and people experience when you are talking about the depths of divorce and the depths of breakup. Okay, now let's take a look at social and societal and family pressures, right? Friends and family often pick sides and withdraw. For example, I'm with my lady, I'm with my girl, I'm with my wife. We separate. My family on my side, her family on her side, so everybody's separate. When in actuality, the true remedy for that would be if you and your wife going through some things, the family is not choosing a side and they not withdrawing. But what they are is giving counsel to their family member in regards to you guys' relationship. They gunning for you guys have children, you guys have a union. We're gonna advocate that you guys do your best to work this out. And we're gonna do anything in our power to help facilitate the workout. And vice versa with his family. But instead, we become ops. You understand? Family become ops. Friends become ops. You've been with this person 10 years going to every family event. Now all of a sudden, you're not family no more. You feel embarrassed. You feel judged. You feel failure. You know, it creates a level of awkwardness with the kids, with the family. And just in general, how you carrying it. You got that big rock on your finger, and now you got to take the rock and put it in the drawer. He want his rock back. Y'all arguing. We got to get into the financial and the lifestyle changes. Wow. Instead of a 2-income household or 1-income household structure for the family and the wife was a homemaker, now you separated. Another household, more money. Different living lifestyles, more money. You share finances. You share homes. You share possessions. Those things become points of conflict. Now, we arguing about who gonna keep the house. Now we arguing about how we gonna deal with the dogs. Who getting sole custody of the children? Who gonna be the primary guardian? We got 4, 5 cars. We arguing about which. Legal fees, alimony, child support, downsizing, just everything. And you got the children involved, and mentally you dealing with that. Once that get involved, people ready to go to war behind that. So you got custody battles, emotional trauma connected to the children because the mom deemed the father living a certain type of lifestyle. She don't want her children to see, the children to see. Mom living a certain type of lifestyle. The father don't want the children to see, you know, co-parenting challenges to where we got to be at war. I want the kids on this day. You inconvenient. Whoa. Whoa. This is why it becomes so nasty and people be still attached. We not even, we touching the surface because you can go deep, deep, deep down into certain things when it comes to divorce, breakups, you know, the challenges is just even deeper. Let's go into rejection and shame, even deeper. Being left or betrayed can feel like a deep personal rejection. We get to a point where one party indulges in infidelity and even both parties may indulge instead of walking away. Certain things when it comes to infidelity can trigger insecurities about values, about self-worth, about attractiveness, integrity, morals, principles, just things that help destroy a certain level of fabric that you once had for the mind, and you relinquish these love languages and these attributes and these feelings and these emotions to your counterpart, your husband or your wife. Who is deep when you really put thought into it. You know, some people feel shame because they feel it was some signs, it was some red flags there that let me know I should have walked away, I shouldn't have stayed. And now they dealing with the pain of that level of shame, and it's tearing at them. You know, time and energy invested, right? Been with this person 5, 10, 20 years now. Y'all have to separate the energy, the days, the arguments, the fussing, the fighting, the good times, the travel, the dressing alike, if that's what you do, the championships you won, the good times with the kids, the family photos, the video of the marriage, the cutting of the cake. You know, the more time and effort and energy and emotion that you put in, the greater the pain when it ends. The more time, energy, and effort that you put in, the greater the pain when it ends. People feel that I wasted my time. I gave you all these years and it's not working. It's a waste of, we wasted our time. And we missed the person we really should have. It get nasty. I'm looking at him. It's so nasty. You know, you look at it. We're going to tap back into it with a whole conversation with people again from all across the world. But right now, we got to make it make sense.
What? This is a friend. This is a friend?
Yes.
So this is what you turned Jehovah's Witness for?
Sebastian, chill out. It's just a friend.
Bro, and you got my kids on the ground.
What are you talking about?
Bro, you got my kids on the ground, bro. My daughter's on the ground. Winter, a grown ass nigga like this. I'm not even mad, bro, but you gotta go, bro. Feel me? She got DCF problems. She got all type of stuff.
Wow. Very sad. And you have to ask yourself, make that make sense. You dealing with pain, you there, he have access. What's the purpose of that? And thank God that emotionally Buddy was stable, because people always wonder why somebody did something, not knowing the circumstances surrounding the situation. You cannot make that make sense, because it doesn't. You can give different reasons to why it's happening, but for them to co-mingle and co-interact at that rate with a certain level of intensity, we don't get the same outcome where the young man walk away. That's a sad situation to see, and I just want to send some positive energy to those people in that situation and prayer for the children that's involved. You see, this is why it be rough, because you have children involved and a young man sit down, you got my kids on the floor. Like, wow. Put them on the floor and put somebody that's not even there. Woo! The level of damage and trauma that's associated with that for all parties involved could be devastating. These are some other reasons to why breakups and relationships get nasty, because a person will be dealt with things like this and forgave the other person, and they'll go back to doing it again and again, and then they'll forgive them to a point where now they walking away and they feel like, damn, I forgave you for that, for you to do me like this. Make it make sense. Now, we off to the races with the next segment about when you just fall back and you just pay attention to what they saying, because she said it and I didn't.
I'm going to be honest. I don't want to date someone that's below me. I don't. I'm going to be completely honest. And I think that's something that's pushed on Black women a lot, is to date under. And I think we always operate in extremes. It doesn't have to be extreme. Just because I'm not going to date a McDonald's worker doesn't mean that I have to date a CEO. So it doesn't have to be in these very extreme social media, one in a lifetime chances. I just want someone I'm going to be able to learn from. And that can be in any field. So it doesn't have to be someone in corporate. I've dated, people who work in construction that make really good money. I've done trade work. I'm a service provider. I've dated other service providers. They make money as well. So it's all about, what we can do together and what can I learn from my partner and what they can learn from me.
She said it, I didn't. She said she don't want to date a person below her. She don't want to date a McDonald's worker. It's tragic when you see somebody devalue a person, not knowing where this person could end up. And she said that, I'm not putting any words in her mouth. It's tragic and it's devastating to witness women that are sit up and just ostracized and put down. Below, who are you to call somebody beneath you or below you? Because you're dealing with a societal norm that makes you think because you make this money, you're above the next person. When you're over here not getting the results that you claim you should be getting or that you feel you deserve. A certain type of mind frame, mindset, and disposition will have to have you do some self-reflecting so that you can look in the mirror and take accountability. Beneath, below McDonald's. It's very, very sad to see. But she said it and I didn't. We're going to tap into that divorce and them breakups with different people from different walks of life right now. What's up? You got company over there? me and my man, it's two of us, 2 for 2. I hear somebody in the background.
We looking for the real men. They out west or they in the suburbs?
You right here.
You in the right room, then. You in the right room.
Oh.
We in the right what?
You in the right room.
What you think about this, Miss Anthony, for you and E? What y'all think about it?
Well, with the Papoose and the Remy Ma situation, well, that seemed like a lot of bitter exes going on right now. Because Papoose been trying to dodge that, right? through the
Man,
whole
I know.
flip.
Here
He,
y'all
he
go. Want to take up for this
I
man?
know for
no, no,
sure.
no, no. I ain't taking up. I'm just speaking the real. I'm speaking the real because if you really pay attention, they didn't just break up yesterday.
Yeah, they've been going through it.
They've been going through it. He ain't said nothing negative about this lady. She been going at it with his new girl for the longest now. So at some point, you already know it's gonna boil over, and he
Better
gonna
know it.
have to he gonna have to come in and say something.
Better know it. You
You know what I'm
got to know
saying?
it.
Now she called herself trying to expose him, but at the end of the day, come on now, Remy Ma, you a celebrity. So every move you make is gonna be in the public eye, and everybody gonna have their opinion about how you played that. Now, her best move should have been to break up with Papoose way before she started dealing with Buddy.
That's what I was thinking, like the same thing, bro. How you gonna hold? Remy was gone for about a 7 or 8 piece, and you held her down for that long, and she get out, and you feel me? Even
And she
though,
get and
yeah,
she get with the folly. You know what I'm saying?
it really want them. I was just because we see so many breakups just in general with everybody. I was just wondering about that piece of the game. Oh, wait, I told her. Let me see.
Red flag, where you at, fool? Get in here. Remy Ma. Right now, they at that point where it's no return. It's no
Yeah.
return. Remy Ma know right now that Papoose ain't coming back. She know Papoose ain't coming back. So now she finna try to bust the windows and flat the tires right now.
Damn, you think think she finna try to hurt him like that, huh?
Yeah, she finna Jasmine Sullivan him right now.
Yeah,
So anything that negative
I
that
bust the windows out your car.
yeah,
girl.
but she finna do it during, you know what I'm saying, social media way though. You know
But
what I'm
this is the
saying?
thing. Clarissa should have stayed in her place. I don't have a problem with Remy and him going through whatever it is they going through. They going through a divorce. Divorces are messy. Breakups are messy. But Clarissa shouldn't have even included herself in this. Period. This is a married couple. Obviously, he still love her because he wouldn't be acting the fool as much as what he acting the fool. Both of them acting the fool, but he still love her. She only been dating this man for 8 months, and you already saying y'all gonna have a baby and get married, and the ink not dry. The ink not even wet. He just filed for divorce yesterday when Remy went live.
But you wanna know something?
What?
If was a fifth, we all be drunk.
You gonna say it with him?
For a simple fact, we all know how hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? Remy Ma ain't innocent in that. She was throwing shots
She's
way
not
before
innocent.
Clarissa
She's
jumped
not
in that
innocent.
in that thing. She ain't innocent. And Carissa, she just being a woman. If she
See?
feel threatened by another woman, what she gonna do? She gonna pull out them claws.
Yeah.
She needs to put them claws back up because it's just highly disrespectful. Number one, and it makes her look bad. Like you're involving yourself on a man that you really don't know nothing about. Remy Ma made a good point. She been dealing with this man all these years. He got a 29. She know all of his. They done been back and forth through a lot of things. So it's nobody's job to interfere in that marriage, and she should have stayed in her place. Nobody knows you. You're irrelevant, but you want to make yourself relevant. Just stay on in the shadows like what you've been doing.
So at
Like
what
what
point
Cassie
should
did,
the
right?
wife
Like what
defend
Cassie
her
did.
husband?
What you say, big homie?
So what at what point should the woman he dealing with like defend him, like instead of just sitting on the sideline?
When she get married, thank you, my little toot toot over here. So she should defend him when they're married. Papoose is clearly still in love with his wife. Okay, it's no question about it. He's still in love with her. So you stepping into something that you don't even understand the dynamics of what it is that's going on. But
But they're
she's
not together. But they're not together. He's with Clarissa though.
he with Carissa, but he still love his wife. He got history
The,
with
the,
his wife.
But that don't mean she's a ex. She's a ex-wife.
She not
So
an
I'm
ex-wife
saying,
because he just filed for a divorce literally yesterday. She not no
but but
ex.
but that's the problem. A lot of people want paperwork to be involved, opposed to it being authentically. They're not together.
So did you see?
A piece of paper don't make. Man, I ain't trying to go down that road. But
Right.
he's not with
Nah,
her.
come on,
He's
go on
with
down. Go on
Clarissa.
ahead. Go on down the road.
So, big homie, I can somewhat agree with that. But if you look at the text messages that Remy Ma came with, it's clearly showing that he still have an interest in his wife. Clarissa is a backup. What is she called? A rebound. That's what she is. So she needs to stay in her lane until it's her turn. It's not her turn right now because he
No, no,
wasn't even trying to divorce his wife. Yeah, you saying that she an ex, but is she really? Because he still want his wife at the end of the day.
no,
He's
I
just doing
doubt
this
it.
for clout. He's just doing
Because
this for
she broke
clout
the
right now.
covenant. Because
They're
she
doing
broke the
this for
covenant by
clout.
sleeping with
They're doing
another
these
man.
things for
So
clout.
first of all, she's not a wife. She was just a female that got married on paper. She's not a wife.
She is a wife. They was married for 16 years.
No, not on. Okay, on paper she's a wife, but authentically she's not.
We keep bringing up Diddy and Cassie. She is a. What
Okay,
does not
okay,
make her
okay.
a
Let
wife?
me ask y'all this. Let me
Okay.
ask y'all this. At
Okay.
what point do a woman have to take accountability for the folly that
Thank,
she was doing?
So
thank
I'm
you.
Because
not
she was
saying that she
prancing
doesn't have
around.
to take
She was she was prancing around with that man for the longest before Papoose even we even knew Papoose and Clarissa knew each other. Didn't nobody say nothing about that, right? Did nobody say nothing about that? But she been prancing around with what's his name?
I don't
Some
know.
off the
Easy
block.
E. I mean easy you
Yeah,
know.
easy off the block. You know, but she wasn't. But she it was cool with her.
So this the thing. You didn't hear me not one time say that Papoose was wrong for however he moved. You didn't hear me not one time say that Remy Ma wasn't wrong for however she moved. Clarissa was out of line. That's what I'm talking about. My whole focus is her because she has
But
no business being in the
What about
middle.
What about when Easy was? What about when Easy was
I
in
feel
the
like he
battle
was
rap
wrong as
talking
well, but
about
two wrongs
Papoose?
don't make a right. We all know that. One
No,
wrong
no.
and one wrong
Let's
don't make a
elaborate
right.
on it. But because it seemed like a lot of women want to get away from accountability from women. You want to talk about everything else, but the situation at hand. Talk about how he was there when she was in prison.
Get her, big homie.
Come,
Get her.
come on now, she was locked up and he was there with her.
You didn't know she
Damn,
was in
phone
prison.
keep calling.
You don't need somebody when you in jail.
What's wrong with my phone?
Right.
How many times that she said that he used to
Tell her
come
don't
visit
talk in
her?
the background. Talk to big
Yeah,
homie
yeah,
right
talk
here.
to the kid. Yeah,
Look,
talk to
they
me.
telling you to talk to the
Talk
camera.
to me. Talk
I'm
to
gonna have
me.
to turn my camera off so you can get on. What you say, big homie?
Man, matter of fact, he was going to go see her so many times. She told him to chill out. You can kind of like put a buffer
I
period in
mean, that's
between
what
them.
we know. That's what we know from here, but we don't know what it is that
Is
went
but how
on.
do you okay? But how do you know? What? Come on now, we can't have it on both sides now.
Only thing I know is Clarissa ain't got nothing to do with this. She's not a wife. Don't speak on no wife and their relationship,
Well,
period.
first of
Because
all, a
she can
wife
come for
is not
whoever
a
she
wife
want
on
to come
paper.
for because
First of all,
she's a
Clarissa
wife.
is more of a wife than
She's not. How is
Reba
she
Ma
more of a
is.
wife? What? Clarissa is not more of a wife.
Tell
She's
her,
Yeah,
big
not.
yes,
homie.
yes, she's more of a
She's
wife
not.
than she is.
If she
Yeah, yes,
was
she
a
is.
wife,
Yes,
she
she
would know
is.
her place. She would know her place. This got to do with Remy and
Oh, so
Papoose. This
Remy
ain't
Ma
got
know
nothing to
her.
do with her.
So Remy
This
Ma
has
knew her
nothing to do with
place.
her. We all know
So
what Remy went to jail.
so
We all know
so
what Remy
Remy.
went to jail for.
Hold
And
on.
then we
Let's
would
let
be.
both of y'all have a conversation. Hold on. She in it. Woo, you must
Yeah,
be
talk about.
married. You must be going through something. How you doing, Miss Jackson? How you doing? You can speak
Hey,
on
I'm
the topic.
fine. How are y'all?
Go ahead. Speak your piece since you just getting
So,
in.
so let me tell y'all.
Ooh, tell us.
This is how it go.
Tell us.
Even though they were separated already or whatever, Remy came to the internet with the shit. Okay, if y'all remember, Pat and Clarissa didn't have shit to say about it until she put it out there. So when nobody even had known anything, nobody would have had known anything if Remy wouldn't have been sucker stroking basically because you was already messing with old dude.
Mm,
So
Hmm.
I
mm.
mean
And she butt hurt. Just gonna say it. She
that
butt hurt because ain't nobody over there in her bed. Ain't nobody
Like, he just
consoling
let
her.
her. He just
No,
went
no,
and
no,
stole
she's
my
butt
boo a
hurt.
couple of months
No, no,
ago.
no, no. First of
Yeah,
all,
he did.
she butt hurt.
He did. And ain't nobody saying that he don't love his wife.
Right.
The hell, it's always gonna be love there. They got a child there. See, that's what people don't understand. That once you have a child with somebody, once you have sex with somebody, it go a whole different way. That goes to a whole different spiritual, some whole other shit. You open
But
up a
it
whole different door.
exactly.
So
But it is a time to move on, no matter if you
it
got
is.
feelings or not.
Yeah,
It's a time to move
yeah,
on.
yeah. And Remy, I mean, I don't try to follow all that stuff because honestly and truthfully, Carissa is my kid's blood cousin. So I try not to get into the stuff like that. But I was sitting here listening to y'all and I'm just like, everybody keep talking about it. And
Wait, you said
what
that's
no,
your blood? Wait. You said that's your kid's blood cousin?
yeah, that's my kids on their dad's side.
Are
That's
you
that.
serious? Wow.
Yeah. But I don't try to even indulge in none of that. I just give her props when props do, period. Because everybody gonna hate. Everybody got their own opinion. Ain't nobody in their damn shoes walking. That girl, I hope she happy for real.
Is they really together?
Yes.
Is it
My
something they
baby
doing
said,
like
look,
for the internet?
my baby said no, but shit, they really together.
They
Yeah.
say,
I
wait.
didn't know. I didn't know until my kid's dad told me. I'm like, what is that post doing there? And he ended up telling me. But yeah, they for sure together.
Oh
But
wow. So that's not just social media.
no, it's not just social media. They really together.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's deep.
it is deep, and hopefully, like I did hear Remy Ma talking earlier. I think that was today. Earlier when she was saying like, she basically don't want no smoke. But my thing is now you don't want no smoke when you just opened up that can of worms talking shit to this girl. Like, don't everybody talk about Remy mom about that and all. Do y'all not know where Clarissa from? Baby, that girl is literally from the fucking streets
But
of Flint, Michigan.
do you think by you having a little bit of inside information, do you think it'll go there or it's just internet?
Man, listen, we from Flint, Michigan. What y'all think? What y'all think? Y'all tell me. The
Wait,
fuck?
I'm saying she from Michigan?
Who?
Clarissa.
Clarissa? Yeah,
Yeah.
we from Flint.
Oh wow.
It'll really go there. And I'm not even, man, y'all didn't see all that shit.
Oh, we ain't I really was just talking about the divorce. I just used them. This divorce and just breakups. I just used them for the forefront because they viral right now.
So what? Because see, I came in. You seen when I came in. I mean, I feel like when it's over, it's over. Like we had our run. Shit didn't work out. We didn't go it's to death, basically, and it's just time to let go. Let's enjoy life. Period. All
Yeah,
that man sad shit, let that shit go. Let's go take some trip. You go take your trip. I'm about to go take my trip. We out.
This how I know. This is how I know the signs because I've been there. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying? I was there before, and
what you
this
mean?
how
Talk to us. Wait, what you mean? You was
Somebody
there?
said advocating for a 304 cheating wife is crazy.
no. I'm talking about as far as I'm a divorcee. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
okay, okay,
I've been through the steps.
got you.
You see what I'm saying? Of course, it comes is anger, is denial, and then it's
Mm-hmm.
acceptance. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like right now, it's the denial stage because it's at the end.
Got you.
Right.
It's at the end. The denial stage gonna last for a little minute after the ink dry and everybody ain't listening to them no more, and then the acceptance comes,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody gonna act like it never happened.
This is
But
why
right
healing
now,
after a divorce is
it's good.
necessary.
It's good material to talk about it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? For people who don't know why it's happening, this is part of life. It's a natural occurrence when it comes to relationships.
E, let me
It's
ask you
just
something. How hard was it for you to? You just said there's 3 steps to it. I've never been through marriage divorce. Well, you go through whatever, but I ain't never been that deep in it. How hard was it for you to get to a point where you was able to feel?
Let
okay.
go.
Okay, it
Right,
was to
right.
the point where in the
Even if you met
beginning,
now, I don't know when this was or anything. So,
right. So I'm
What,
just
DJ, you got to get on here all the time. Don't miss tomorrow live. Don't miss
Girl,
tomorrow
listen,
live.
I got 5 kids. I don't know if I'm be able to
but
make
you
it
You
know
every
gonna
that's
be able to
day.
get
wrong
on
with
here.
it.
You gonna be able to get on here. You gonna make it work.
Girl,
yeah,
I
but
just got them out
okay.
the tub. They in the bed now.
Ooh, period.
When
DJ,
when
where
it
you from?
I'm from Flint.
You from Detroit?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You from out there
I
with
love it.
you from out there with Clarissa?
Yeah. That's
that's
my baby
Clarissa, that's
blood
Clarissa,
cousin.
that's Clarissa cousin.
No, that's not my cousin.
No,
Let's
I'm
not
just
do that.
talking
Yeah, we
shit.
gonna
That's
make her
not
your
my
cousin.
cousin.
That's your cousin, cuz. That's
No,
your
That's
that's
your
not
cousin.
my cousin.
cousin.
That's my kid's cousin. That's my kid. That's my baby daddy cousin. That's who that is.
Got it.
But
Yeah.
go ahead, Ian. Let I want to know. I want you to finish. I want you to finish.
Well, when it first occurred, during the separation part, of course, I feel like it was a relief. You know what I'm saying? From a lot of the rap, the riff that we had. You know what I'm saying? Within our relationship. Then it went to regret. It went to regret. You know what I'm saying? You was like, damn, why it didn't work? You start questioning everything. And then it went to acceptance after the ink dried. Like, you know what? Fuck it. It is what it is. That's how it went. It's a wrap. Let me move on.
It's all right. Papa Simp. It's cool.
Why do the good man gotta be simps?
Hold on now. Simps is the best ones. They say the simp ones ain't the sweet
But
tarts. They
I,
say the simps
I
ain't the
agree,
sweet tarts.
DJ. I agree,
listen,
DJ.
DJ Flint.
listen,
She's from
listen.
Flint.
They
Women
mad.
gotta.
They mad that they mad that Pap got rid of a 304.
Man, Remy said every day I'm what? Like 1 in the morning.
And she over there by herself.
I like Remy raps. Don't get me wrong. I liked it, Remy, until she came out here. Remy, man, I never
Yeah,
expected that from her. I never expected her to do no shit like that.
because she know that clock ticking.
Mm,
You know that's an ace in her back pocket to go ahead and try to make him the bad guy. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? Because he done moved on with his life.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
typical move. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
That's the typical
I
move.
feel like when people
But they
were
say what they
married,
call it, demasculating the man
Exactly. Because she
because
could do she
because
could
he's not with her.
exactly because she could be doing a million things with her time instead of being focused on what they got going on.
Go ahead, Christina. We hear you.
I feel like people that were married or have been married, I feel like certain things should be left quiet and not made public because you were with that person for so many years. I just feel like certain things should not even be said. Um, Another thing, like I said, I've been divorced too. When I got divorced, I felt like it was important to not date until you actually go through the counseling and therapy because it does. If you've been with somebody long enough, I've been with my ex-husband since I was 18 up until the age of 30. So it actually feels like a funeral. It felt like
Man,
that to me
It
because
is a
Preach,
funeral.
feels
It's a
like
preach,
you're
whole different.
losing.
It's
It
some
preach.
it
some
feels
totally different
that's
coming.
deep what you
It's
just
like a
said.
new awakening when
You
you
said
do
it
that.
felt like a
Yeah.
funeral.
yeah, it feels like you're losing a a part of your family. That's what it feels like. So to trash talk someone, I would never get online and trash talk my ex-husband. There's some things I did not like that he did. Now I will speak about that because I have to carry the physical changes from what happened, during a certain time. Now that's different. But as far as like personal things that went on in our marriage, I don't feel like that should be said. I feel like healing should take place after a marriage. Healing should take place. You should not date anybody until you're healed because that prevents other people from coming in and having so much to say. It stops a lot of stuff from happening.
So
Can
why
I
you
ask you a
think
It's
it be
question?
so
important
bad? Why you think it be so bad? Why y'all think it be so bad?
because people aren't ready to really let go. That's what's wrong. They're not really ready to let go. And
You know,
they
hold
have
on,
a
Christina.
problem.
You know
Would you
They
what I
have
say
a
think
you
it
did
problem
is?
with
something
that part.
detrimental?
You
They
know
have
what
a
I think
problem.
it is, Christina? I think it because we invested so much of the purest part of love to that
Right.
person. That's what hurt.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
what
Hmm.
that.
hurt.
How could you? And why do I feel like it was like this. It was like this for me. How could you? Why did you? You wasted my time. You know why? And it makes you feel like, you know, honestly, to be honest with y'all, I didn't even want to go back out here. I don't know how to honestly date out here because it's different. Like I said, my ex-husband was 9.5, 10 years older than me. So during that time, I was 18. He was getting ready to be 28. So
So would you say it
Grown,
could have been some
baby. You
things
was
that you could have
grown.
did better though? Like I'm trying to learn from this.
some things that I
So
could have done better.
done that,
Shakira, you be
right?
cutting up. Shakira be cutting up. Go ahead. I hear
Yes,
you.
thank you, Shakira, boo.
Thank you, baby. Some
Thank
Y'all
you,
things that I
welcome.
made.
Shakira. Shakira, Shakira.
Baby girl got paid and she ain't playing.
Some things that I wish that I have could have done different was
Done better, done
what
better. I
done
ain't gonna say
better.
different, done
Okay,
better. Yeah.
what done better. I wish I had of not tried to make him be something that he was not ready to be. Like I was trying to push my views onto him. I felt like because I'm doing this, that, and the other, you should also be doing this, that, and the other. But he was doing that before I got with him. So I can't make somebody go a different route, which is a positive route. I can't make you go a positive route if that's not where you were anyway. You know,
So
that we try
what?
to change, women try to change certain people, and it
Hmm.
wasn't in him to do, like he wasn't gonna work a regular job. Like he's not gonna do that. He's used you get, like, if you read between the lines, he used to making his money
Right,
his way.
right. So
So
let me ask you this. So would it be safe to say that you invested and wasted your time with a guy that you could have chose different?
oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I take
Okay.
full accountability for a lot of the things that I put up with. I don't I don't blame him for, I don't blame anybody for anything. I actually could have stepped out and walked away a long time ago, but I chose to stay there because I thought that being a good wife, you can't love somebody into loving you more. You can't love somebody into change. And instead, I mean, I tried that route and it didn't work. So I take accountability for that. I
Right.
do.
So right. So this is educational. So this is an educational moment. So because hopefully everybody's listening, right? So my thing is, a lot of us men, little boys, and everything always hear that is the man could have done better. But I'm glad you put it in the atmosphere that okay, I could have chose a better man, but I didn't. I
That's
chose
right.
this guy. Right. Right.
That's right.
Do you want to know something that don't nobody never pay attention to, but they constantly promote it? When they say we promote it, when they say women are smarter than men, right? That's the going theme of it's the universal thought about men and women. But if the women not actually doing what they need to do to bring their men up to that level, and then they blame the man for not automatically knowing it.
Hold on, Eric. Hold on. Baby, I ain't your mama.
It ain't nothing about your mama. It ain't nothing about mama and
So
daddy. It's
what you
about
okay, cause
learning.
I
It's
wanna
about
understand it.
learning.
I
It's
wanna
about
understand it
learning
because
Ned's
stuff.
going off the rails.
no,
Talking
let
about
me
my
tell you.
mama. Oh
This
wow.
is what I'm saying. I'm not your mama. I don't have to raise you.
It ain't raising
That's what I'm
nobody.
Go,
okay, okay.
DJ.
It's
Yeah, that's my
basically
DJ.
Come on,
Go,
to the mic.
DJ.
listen. Stop taking it as an insult
No, I'm
because
not. I'm not taking. I'm
I'm
trying
gonna
to
tell you right now.
understand. I'm really trying
Yo,
to understand because what I'm trying to
okay,
tell you
let
is
me finish. Can I
okay,
finish?
okay.
Yeah, y'all
Big
go ahead and have
Mama,
a conversation.
Big
Go ahead.
Mama, hold on. Big Mama always held down Paw Paw.
And Paw always held down Big Mama.
Yes, but let me tell you something. Big Mama used to see when Pawpaw was going off the rails. But you want to know what Big Mama used to do? She didn't fuss and scream at him. All she did was say, Pawpaw, where you going? We over here. It wasn't about that. It's about learning your partner. It
I
ain't about
agree.
you being a mama to your mate. No, it's about being a mate to your mate.
But at the end of the day, how much is that going to take?
It depends
Can
on
I answer?
how much
I want
you
to answer that.
how much you put into that relationship.
If I'm putting oil in motherfucker putting 25,
But no, but can I answer that? I don't mean to interject into y'all conversation, but I got something to say. I'm gonna hum it, goddamn it. What a lot of people don't understand when it comes to relationship and marriage is that at some point you are that person, father, mother, brother, sister, lover,
Yep.
friend. Because to be honest with you, when somebody's sick, your knee give out, your back hurting, you got the bronchitis, you got whatever. That person is there nurturing you back to health. So when I hear people say, "Oh, I'm not your mother," or "I'm not your dad," I'm like, "You're not ready for a
I
relationship
agree. No, I agree.
because
I
every day
agree.
is not gonna
I
be
agree.
peaches
But
and
if you
cream.
not if
You're
you
gonna
not
go through some stuff.
appreciated, if you not appreciated, then what? Y'all let me know.
Vice versa though. So let's not just say women sometimes is not
Mm-mm.
appreciated. It's a lot of men that's not appreciated.
Okay, but okay, I'm talking about in my circumstance. In my
Okay, well, mine was not appreciated. I
see,
mean, it was
But
not.
you just
But listen,
but you just admitted that you could have chose better, right? You said you
I did,
tried to make
baby.
him something that he wasn't.
What I was trying
So
to do for that man was take him from that lifestyle that almost got me unalived, and I
mm-hmm.
mhm.
tried to bring him to a space that was better. And I was trying to be that
But you could
nurturing
have
friend, but
chose
I
a man
did
that you
chose.
didn't have to do that, right?
But the
Well,
thing
I could
about it
have.
is, let's go
I
back to
could
what
have.
Eric was saying. What I said that I'm not your mama, and us, like Christina just said,
But
No, that's not
elaborate
we
being.
though.
try to
Sometimes you're gonna be
raise
like a.
them
Sometimes you're
up.
gonna be
It,
play different roles in a relationship. You're gonna play different roles in a
Exactly,
relationship. You're
exactly,
gonna be
exactly.
no, 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 no. It may come a time when you have to be nurturing like a mother, and he's gonna have to be nurturing.
be
He's
like
gonna
a
have to be
father.
strict,
Exactly.
protective of you like a father. So you can't say that because that's what's gonna happen. Gonna have to happen. But
Listen,
I do
let me
take.
tell y'all, I done
Okay,
been through
baby.
this. I done been through it. This is what I'm telling y'all. Like, this not nothing that I'm just saying. I've been through it. I might not have been married, but hell, I might as well been married. What they call it, common law marriage. I might as well have.
But let's get to the point about being to somebody's mother because once again, when you're in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship,
I
let
done
me
did
give you,
it.
let me give you these games. We know how a lot of people is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ain't happy for you. You could be in a healthy, happy relationship and you got people giving you crocodile smiles, right? So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's just going to be you, your man, and your small immediate family. So I want you to elaborate when you say not being somebody's mother because everybody ain't down for y'all.
Okay, what I'm saying is I've been through it. Okay, I did the. Oh, baby, you sick? Let me take care of you. Let me rub your back. Let me scrub your feet. You coming in from on the block? All right, let me help you out, type shit.
On the
But
block. See, you just messed up. You said coming.
I I don't know. I mean, on the block is just what we say. Even
I
though
get it.
really,
I
really
get
he,
it.
he
I
he
get
wasn't
it.
really on the block, but he out here catching plays doing. You feel me? But I had to
You
bring him.
catch and play. Look, I'm not from
Listen.
Michigan. I'm from Atlanta, right? But it's the
Mhm.
same lingo. You
Okay.
just said catching plays on the. Come on, I'm in
Okay,
Decatur.
let me
You know what I
finish.
mean? I know
No,
about
but
Moreland,
what I'm
Gresham
saying
Road.
is, this is what I brought him up from. Now he got a job, got his license, doing good. But the
But
thing
but
about it
but why
is,
y'all don't want
nah.
men that already got that? I'm trying to understand that.
See, the thing
Why
about it is,
y'all don't want men that already
I've been
have
dealing
that?
with him since middle school, so it's not. It ain't just uh, just I just met this man. No, I've been dealing with him on and
Uh,
off since middle school, and
okay,
I agree. I probably should have been left, then, but it's something different. I ain't gonna say it's something different. I don't know. I can't even say it's something different. It's the love that I got.
Big
I
Okay.
homie,
Yeah,
big
what's
homie.
that? Hmm.
Let me tell you. Let me try to bring this. Let me try to land this plane right quick. You know
Okay.
what? A lot of us, we deal with what we work with, right? What's right in front of us, right?
Hmm.
So her analogy of that situation was what she was presented with, and most of us, I used to be one of them guys. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what she's going with that, right? But the end of the day is like once we get older and experience different life experiences, like I guarantee we all different ages in this panel right now.
Mm-hmm.
And me and you, big homie, we coming from experience, knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And a few of these women in here, they probably in their late 30s, early 40s, or early 30s that we talking to. So most of their knowledge hasn't reached the understanding of what we at right now. So it's not fair dismissing they understanding.
Okay,
It,
So let
but
us
there's a
understand
caveat.
what y'all put us up on
Okay.
game. Put us up on game is what
Okay,
we ask.
there's a and I'm glad you said that. Well, let me see. Can I see your name, man? I'm kind of tired, bro. Eric. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So E, I'm gonna call you E if you don't mind.
Hmm.
So Mr. E, this is a caveat to it. And what I mean by a caveat is that I'm 41, right? I'm in my early 40s. At some point, accountability is gonna have to be presented, right? I get it. Everybody done been through some things. I get it. But all just that wasn't in your face. It being a thug and a drug dealer and a hustler and this and that wasn't the only thing that was in your surrounding. It was some other stuff. It was some other options.
Yeah, baby, I'm from the hood, literally born and
But yeah, I'm from the hood, but I didn't
mama.
do hood activities. No, 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 no. Let me finish. I came from a bad circumstance. That's still an
I say my
excuse.
circumstances was bad. It was
No, no,
fucked
no,
up.
no, 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 no. But I'm saying that's still a choice because everybody. It was a lot of people trying to make it out the
Yeah.
hood and do something different.
But see, that's the thing about it. I'm just now. How can I say it? How can I put it? Let me put it. Probably, I ain't gonna say it, probably like 10 years ago. Probably, let me see, my baby 14 now. So when I had a baby, I had my baby at 17. That's when it kind of started clicking. That's when the wheels start turning. Like, baby, you might want to, get out of this hood mentality and start doing something different. That's the thing about it. Like I was still like shit. I ain't gonna say I want to be in the hood, but once I seen my cousin, baby daddy get shot and he came to my house and I knew my baby was outside playing. It made the wheels turn. Like, bitch, it's time to get the fuck on. Like you ain't gonna be able to live to see old age if you keep thinking the same way. You feel me? Being around the same people. Now, granted, I got out the hood, right? I didn't look back, but I still had this man, like I'm doing good. I only had one kid at the time. I'm doing good, doing my shit, moved out the hood, boom. Then here he comes stringing along, which I should have known it was a trap because I had deleted him off Facebook. Then he hit me up talk about some hey stranger. So I should have I was trying to do some sneaky link shit. That was the problem. And from the sneaky link shit, I got trapped up. And then no, I'm not from Detroit, I'm from Flint. And then from me getting trapped up, it's like he had handcuffs on me until my brain started working like, nah, baby, this ain't that. Like I feel like what me and my baby daddy had going on was the same shit my mama and my daddy had going on. And I'm like, this ain't gonna be none of that. This for sure ain't none of that, baby. I'm about to go ahead and jump shit because we ain't doing this. I got too much to lose now. And a motherfucker ain't really helped me gain shit. We the same age, don't get me wrong, we both 32. But I done did this shit by myself. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. He helped me pay some for my phlebotomy class. That's about it. But everything else, I done worked so hard to get this shit by myself. It's just what you here for type shit.
Okay, my case is a little different because mine was definitely not from the streets because I'm from the country. But he always had a job. I kind of went in blindly. I didn't know. He kind of hid that part of his life from me until I actually got, hurt. So I had no clue. Um, but we had an agreement after that had happened that I'd go to nursing. Well, he'd go to truck driving school, which he did. He finished. He started driving trucks for my family. My family owned a trucking company. He did that. And then I went to nursing school and I finished and I started working. We had an agreement that that lifestyle was done, but I didn't know he was still doing it. So, my situation is a little different. But once I realized that stuff was, certain things were still going on, I chose to back away at a certain point. And I took accountability for not opening my eyes a little bit more to seeing that, to paying attention a little more. I took accountability for that. I should have just backed away the first time.
So I got a question. So, and I hear both of y'all stories, and I'm listening to it, and I'm not judging. I'm not here to do that, right? However, I don't want to say but because that'll negate everything you just said. I'm gonna say however. It's even though it sounds like different circumstances, but if you round it all up, it's still the same, right? It seemed like the same type of situation, the same type of guy. Like you said, you said you was blind at first, and then you found out, then you had an agreement, and then yeah. I mean, it's sporadic. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of all over the place. But my question is still, my stance is, what about the guy that you don't have to do all of that with? Is my question. Because at some point the world don't owe you understanding, right? You made choices, and it can follow you. You know what I'm saying? For a short period of time or a long term, it can follow you. So I guess I'm just
Now
wondering.
that I don't know, it was something about the okay. Remind you, my whole family was that like kind of still in that.
But
But
and
let
I
me hold
respect
on.
that.
Let me
But
tell you. Let me tell you. Let me
okay,
tell you.
okay, okay,
Now
okay.
this is just from this from my daddy now. My daddy them generation to us. From my granddad and my granny them, they worked. They had businesses, all that. But my granny them died before I could even ask questions type shit. What I'm saying is the dudes, the nerdy dudes that I ain't gonna lie, my granddad on my mama's side did tell me, like, y'all don't need no street niggas. Y'all don't need none of those. Y'all get you a,
It's certain words we can't say on here.
oh, my bad,
Okay.
ninja. Y'all get y'all some, the nerds. And I'm just thinking, like, granddad, don't nobody want no fucking nerd. That was me back in the day, though. You get what I'm saying? When I'm out here in the streets, thinking with my little 16, 17-year-old brain that ain't seen nothing but trap money type thing. Don't nobody want no nerd, but now I understand. And I honestly and truthfully, I don't even know if I still pick a nerd. I ain't even gonna hold y'all up.
But I'm gonna tell you something because you're going from one extreme to the next. Let me tell you what I mean by that, and disrespectful. I mean this respectful. Just because a guy is not indulging or entertaining street activity, don't mean he's a nerd. You got somebody that's in between, just a
Hmm.
decent guy with a sense of humor who work hard, just cool. You know what I mean? He ain't gotta be a nerd. So basically, it sounds like you saying the only two guys you got to choose from is a nerd and a drug dealer, and we know
Yeah,
that's not
so
true.
I
Yeah,
haven't.
it's not true.
I haven't got to nobody that be like, damn, you just gonna sweep me off my feet type
That's
thing.
not gonna happen. That's delusional. Nobody's gonna sweep
See?
you up off your feet. Nobody's gonna do
But
that.
the thing about I'm saying like how can I say it? Like, god damn. Cause It's some
Do you
dudes that
want game or do you want real? Let
I
me.
want
You said
real, but
do you
I
want?
want I want the real thing. I want them to show me what y'all show me. I go off of action. Period.
Period, DJ. You ain't wrong.
Yes, I go off of action, but I still, baby, yeah, whisper them sweet things in my ear to make me want to get up and go cook you something to eat at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay,
But
let me
that's
ask y'all. Let me ask.
oh
Hey,
wow.
let me ask the
You gotta
ladies in the
access
panel this.
polygamy.
Can
What
I
you
ask
gotta
the ladies?
access?
Let me ask the ladies this. Is it true then, as men and women, grow up, that women mentally mature faster than men? Or was that a hoax?
I think that's
Obviously
true.
not.
I think that's true.
I don't because
Hold
their
on, hold
decision
on.
making skills
Big
is
homie, big
okay. Okay,
homie.
my
Don't
bad.
even say
Okay,
nothing. Big
okay.
homie.
Definitely. As a matter of fact, wait a minute. Let me change my. Let me
No,
rephrase
because
it.
it's just a
Wait,
question. It's a
wait,
question.
Eric.
It's
I
a
said
Hold
I
on,
question.
think
before
it's
y'all
true.
get
It's
to
It's a
something, let me
question.
tell
definitely.
y'all,
It's for sure
it
true.
it
It's for
is
It's a
sure
true.
show
true.
It's
true.
true, but trauma and
No, no,
all
no,
that
no, no,
other
no,
shit
no, no, no.
fuck
We
with your
don't want to
brain for
listen.
sure.
It's a yes or no answer. That's it.
Yes,
It's a yes
Eric.
or
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Okay, so why the hell? Please make me understand this because I've been confused for so long about this. Why the hell, no matter how old a woman get, we can't hold them accountable for nothing they do. But the man that was lacking that same step that the women got, that we was always looked at as, oh, y'all ain't mature enough
Who
yet. The
said y'all
women
couldn't hold
mature.
us accountable?
No,
The
it's
Y'all
world
did.
hard.
say that.
It's hard for
The
men.
world, the
Y'all
It's
world
did.
will
hard for
show you
women to
that.
be held accountable because
Y'all did.
we uphold.
Because
I'm gonna
I
tell you,
don't
we
care
uphold a lot of men with that. We
how
do.
old a woman get, they
Cads back.
still get excuses for no matter what they get themselves into.
That's true.
I hold myself accountable because I know I could have been left.
Well, you very few, because a lot of people don't. A lot of
They
women don't.
don't. And men constantly tell y'all this, like, wait a minute. How? You 50 years old. How you still talking about somebody tricked you?
Mhm. They did.
You see what
And
I'm
host,
saying?
hey host, make sure my homie, hey host, make sure you follow me, bro. I'll be checking you out on Facebook too, bro. I'll be peeping you out, bro.
Some must have happened, big homie, because I did follow you. I'm following you now. I'm following everybody on the panel. You
Oh,
talking
okay,
good,
yeah,
you
yeah,
talking
yeah.
good. I'm tapping
Yeah,
in.
Okay, I
it's something
appreciate it.
because
Yeah.
I try to follow him too, but it keep every time I push the plus sign, it
It's
keep
probably
coming
because
back up.
I followed you, Miss Jackson. I'm following you
I
too.
follow y'all too. I follow everybody. Well, even Shakira, she
Yeah, yeah.
her came back off too.
I think I'm following everybody. I think I hit the follow button on everybody. I think I.
Yeah, I'm following
Yeah.
you, big homie. I just checked. But
Okay,
that
yeah.
was the question. It's like, come on now. How y'all so, intelligent, but then when shit go
Do dumb
wrong,
shit.
oh, y'all didn't know what happened. Oh, I was in love. I got took
Who
advantage
sung
of.
that song? I was blind when they crossed me.
And then
I was
and then
blind when
hold
they
on.
crossed me.
Y'all got the rest of the minions right behind y'all. Yeah, it wasn't her. You be like, wait a minute.
Man, no, I
I
get
don't
credit
get
where
in on
credit
that.
due.
Mm-mm.
Eric, I just want to know, can you give any concrete examples of what you're saying about women and their lack of accountability? Because you said something that's really, really vague, and I just want to make sure I addressed it properly. Because,
Cassie. Let's use Cassie as an example.
Thank you. Thank you,
Oh,
thank
I
you,
mean,
Cassie,
brother.
she's very
Cassie,
smart.
Thank you,
She's
thank
way.
you,
You just
brother.
gave a great example. Way wise beyond her years in Puff Daddy. He fucking 20 years older than her. Look what she got. She got 30 million so far, right? And she ain't even done with his ass yet.
but
She
hold
ain't
on,
even
wait a
done with
minute
his
though,
ass
wait a
yet.
minute though, sis, wait a minute though, because Cassie ass is that's what they mean about take accountability because she knew what the fuck she was doing. That she was over there doing that freaky shit with his
Look at
ass.
the tag.
Y'all, we can't be
Exactly.
Look
And
cussing.
she
at
was
They won't
the
choosing.
shut us
tag.
off.
And she was choosing a lot of the women. That's the crazy
Listen,
part. She was choosing them.
listen. She knew what she was
Come
doing.
on, man. Is
Now
y'all going?
I don't agree with him putting his hands on her.
No, I
That's the
don't.
only thing that I
No,
don't agree with. But
like
everything
I
else,
say,
she knew what she was doing. You grown,
domestic
baby.
violence, I do not agree with. I would not support that. Now, if they
Mm-mm.
charged him with the
No,
DV, He guilty.
Eric,
Well,
I'm
but
just
see,
gonna
this
say
the thing.
Eric.
But let me tell you
No,
where I'm at
Eric,
with it.
Eric,
If
and
y'all
I'm
don't
sorry.
mind,
Before you get
this is
off
my
topic,
thing. This is my
get
thing.
off topic, you just
But
asked.
no, but this is my thing. When they show y'all videos or something, they condition in your mind on what to be mad and overreact at, or what they showed a video of them in what it was at a hotel, and they had a towel, and it looked like he was beating her up,
Damn.
right?
Come to my
Okay, but
hotel.
where the rest of the video at?
You
See,
don't
you're
even
not gonna get me
matter.
like that. You're not
I
gonna sit there
always
and
say it's
condition
two.
me. Where the rest of
I
the
always say
video at?
it's
I
three
wanna
sides
get with
to the
you 'cause you a
story: your
cutie.
story, my story, and the truth.
Yeah, so
Period.
I
You
just
just got
don't go
your
with what
baby
people
papa.
just be saying. I'm not a dummy. No,
Hey,
you
let's
have
go
to
to the
show me.
strip club, folks.
Wait,
Let's go to the
why is he on trial anyway? I
All right,
mean,
bro.
other than
It's a
being
fucking
But
Friday.
Oh
because
yeah,
nasty.
they said he
they
was
trying
It's
to
nasty.
set precedent.
Friday and
I'm
I'm
gonna tell
ready
you
to hang. Pick up my gun
because
and get the bodies
they
hanging tonight.
they trying to set
Oh, it's
precedents
alright.
on whatever to do to destroy a man, no matter what type, whatever going on, especially a melanated man. They want to set a
Yes.
precedence
Yes. Yes.
because when these women get caught lying, what's the consequences?
Nothing.
Nothing.
And
Nothing.
it should be.
It should
I
be.
What
ain't gonna lie,
consequence? You
it
get bent
should be.
over.
It should
Say
be.
what now?
You just get bent over. That's it.
Mm.
Who get bent over?
Somebody off some
I'm gonna
reposado right
kick them
now.
out. They gonna
Hmm.
kick me out.
They're gonna get it shut down. The
Yeah,
same
they
thing.
are.
But yeah, no, it should be the same consequences. Like even with this, how y'all feel about this Megan thing?
She need to go under the jail.
Thank you, thank you. I
Now I
I
don't know
said
too much
that, and
about what happened.
somebody almost chopped my head off.
So
I
y'all
said
said
that.
Megan got him. Y'all said Megan got him popped up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Yeah, because
did.
he didn't.
He
Well,
didn't
I
do
don't know what the
nothing.
word. He didn't do nothing.
No, he
He,
didn't.
he didn't pow her.
No,
So what if she really thought that because she was
Ain't
I
no
didn't
thought.
intoxicated?
think that.
It's
What
Look
either
I'm
at
he
the
did
saying
or he
is, if
didn't.
evidence.
she was intoxicated, what
Look
if she
at the
It
did?
don't. That don't give
evidence.
you the right to lie on nobody. You need to go. If
Mm-mm.
you was intoxicated and you lied, you need to go to jail.
So do y'all think
I
that?
think she thought it like DJ saying. I think that's
No,
what
she
she thought.
didn't.
I
No,
don't
she
know.
didn't. No, she
Where is
didn't.
the? Where was
No,
all the evidence at?
I think Rock Nation pushed that narrative and told her that she was gonna be bigger than what the hell she was, and it didn't pan out for her. She didn't sell like they thought she was. Now they throwing her under the bus. That's what
Thank
I
you,
think.
Lady
Exactly.
London.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, that's Lady London.
Or somebody said it was the state that picked it up.
It don't matter.
But why did they pick that up
It
without
does
evidence?
matter
There's no
It
because
No,
does
it don't
matter.
It
matter
don't
it
matter.
because the
does.
people that
That
was
does
there,
matter. If
the
You
the
don't
people
put
state
no
who
picked it
was
up,
innocent. No,
there,
you don't
the
put no
state wasn't
innocent
there.
person in jail if they didn't do nothing to you.
does if her hands was crossed, and she couldn't do nothing about it because the state picked it up,
She
it's
can still tell the
the
truth.
state.
No, you not understanding. The state wasn't there. The state only can go off of what they tell them
Where Lady
happened
London at?
at the
Where's
scene.
Lady London?
That's true.
Hey,
So
I'm
the
right
state
here.
wasn't there. The state only picked it up because they pick up everything. That
So
ain't nothing new.
And they know they could get money out of it.
That's
y'all think
right.
the friend really did it and not her?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And both
That's
her and her friend need to be under the jail.
that's another triangle relationship
So
Hmm.
why
that
he
went
ain't say
wrong.
that then? Why
Because
he ain't
Because
say
because
he
that?
Right,
he's a
DJ.
man and he felt like
he
being
said he
quiet
wasn't trying
was
to get
best.
near one of them jammed up.
That's right.
He said he thought that he would beat the case because he knew he didn't do it. It wasn't no evidence pointing to him. So he like, all right, I got money. I'll fight this case. I'm gonna beat it. But they ended up putting a boomerang in the trial.
I
Rock
said it
Nation
best. You
set
give
him
me him,
up.
I give you him.
Turn that blow dryer.
I want to say she put out a documentary a few months ago about her life in that situation. In the documentary, she was saying that they were arguing back and forth that night. She got out the car and she decided to start walking. She said Tory got out and that he had pointed, you know, the thing against her and he told her to dance, B. He say dance, B, and he popped her in her foot. She said that she saw that young man pop her. This one oh, I didn't see him do it or we was tussling. That's the way she explained it in her documentary. That when she got out the car, he got out behind her and told her to dance, called her out of her name, and popped her. She
Okay,
said
what
she
about
wasn't the one.
when she lied? Okay, y'all not taking in
Okay.
consideration. She done already confessed that she lied about some of the whole situation anyway. She already discredited herself in whatever what she said in that documentary or on the stand.
Okay,
Well,
listen, I don't follow it. So what she lie about? Let me know.
I'm gonna say
She said
this.
she said at first she said she never messed around with Tory Lane.
The reason
Yeah,
why
that's
she
the first.
said
Exactly.
the reason why she said she didn't mess with Tori because she didn't want them to focus on the fact that they had an intimate relationship. She wanted them to focus on the
Oh
fact
my
of what he
God.
did
Okay,
to her.
okay.
You know
Spiritually,
what?
She
So
didn't
hold
want
on,
Bro,
them.
let
She
her take
didn't
her
want
for
them
come
to
that.
know
on.
that
Okay,
they
let
was
me
her
get
and
to
her
the
best
second
friend was
part where
fighting
she
over him
lied at.
in the
Let me get
car,
to the
and that her
second
friend
part.
got
Crazy,
her.
Hold
bro.
That's
on.
what she
the,
don't want them to
Hold on,
know.
y'all.
The
One mic.
second
Y'all having a good
part,
conversation. Go ahead. One mic. One mic apiece. Let
the
everybody get
second
in there.
part she lied on was when she lied and said she didn't see who shot her, and then she say Tory shot her. So what's y'all excuse for that one?
in her documentary, what she was trying to do at the beginning, as if she explained, was really she was trying to protect Tori because she didn't want Tori to go to jail, which is what she
Man,
was saying.
Wow,
This is just
man,
what
get
she
the
No,
said in
that's
man.
her
wow,
bull crap.
documentary. This is
wow.
just what she said in her documentary that was trying to protect him, but it was the state of California who picked up the case
But so
against
she
her.
couldn't have stopped. Let me
But
ask you this: so she couldn't have stopped them if the state picked it up, and she could have told the truth. It don't matter who picked it up. She could have told the truth.
I don't
The
think
way
she
it
know
goes,
what the
she
truth
had to know who
was.
shot her. That's what I'm saying. Was she so intoxicated that she didn't know who
I
really
don't
shot
think
her?
she knew. I think they convinced her of something different. I don't
That's
think
and
she
that's
knew.
No,
exactly
her
What
how
if
best
Tory
so?
Megan Thee
friend.
smirked.
Stallion. Y'all talking about Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah.
Man, that bitch knew who shot her.
Oh, y'all gonna get us.
Now
Ooh.
you gonna get us kicked off the live.
You too,
Y'all
because you keep saying
tripping.
the SHOT word.
I
Man, well
did.
that's well
Yeah.
that tramp knew who slapped the
Oh
man,
You
Lord.
man,
gotta, you
she
gotta,
tripping.
you
She
gotta
got
watch it with
bro
the words,
behind
Shot.
bars.
Yeah, me, Shot. We gotta be cool on that lingo, baby. Let's talk. Let's talk. We gotta have some.
I'm just gonna
I
say
want you to
this,
kick
and
us
I'm
off.
and I'm gonna nip it in because I was not there that night, and neither was nobody else on this live.
So why you defending her then?
They did
No,
not
hold on.
give
Let's let
Why
Lady
you
London
defending?
talk.
Okay.
but
Let's let
wait a
her
minute.
talk.
Same reason you defended him.
Hold on, little girl. Hold
Correct,
on. I'm
correct.
sorry.
Because everybody have their own opinions. But
No,
my
we
thing is,
tired of black
I'm
women
not gonna
screwing
say,
black men over.
I'm
That's
not
Everybody
what
gonna,
we
have their
saying.
own
I'm,
opinions.
I'm not
Hold
gonna
on. Let's
say.
let Lady London talk. We want to hear you, Lady London. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. Every time a black woman come out and say, "Hey, I was great. This man did this to me. This man," everybody always want to call her a liar and say she lying. I don't know why we do that in the black community, but I'm not gonna sit up and say that this woman did not experience what she went through. They gave that man 10 years for a
So
reason. But
what
wait a
about
Hold
when
minute.
on.
she
Let,
is
let, let
lying?
her
But wait a
finish, big
minute.
homie. We're going to
They
let you
gave
soon
him.
as you get through. Let's listen to her.
They gave him 10 years for a reason,
Hey,
and then
okay,
they also
can I
saying,
ask you one
but
question?
then they also saying that he was I don't know how, basically he was shanked
Okay,
is
so
what
let me
they
let me
saying
let me
now
ask you a
while he was
question.
in there.
Let me ask you a question. About 4 years ago, the Duke lacrosse team was accused of raping a stripper, and Al Sharpton came out, MSNBC, CNN, everybody came out, stood in front of these people and accused them of raping this girl. And it come to find out she was lying. Did nobody the same
See,
energy that they put in front of them, accusing them? They did not rebuke that.
that
They did
town.
not
What
say.
about R. Kelly though? What about R. Kelly?
Why we
Get
going
I'm not
to
talking
speak
about
about?
R. Kelly right now.
your ass
I'm
out.
talking about them.
They'll kick you out.
I'm talking about them. Did y'all stand in front of them and say, "Oh, this black motherfucker bogus. This chick bogus as hell"? No, y'all didn't say that. Y'all didn't rebuke her from lying about the whole
And they should
lacrosse
have.
team.
I
They
feel
didn't
like
do
they
nothing
should have
though.
went to jail as well. If a
They didn't
person
do
get caught,
nothing. They didn't do one
if
thing.
a
So the,
woman or a man get caught lying, saying that someone did touchy without their
No,
consent.
leave it. Don't say woman or man. Say woman. Don't
Either
don't
or,
don't don't try to spread
because
it across the board. No,
either or, no matter
speak
what. What I'm
specifically.
saying
Do not
is,
say man and what, because this
Hold
the
on,
thing.
y'all. We cut Lady London off. Let's let her finish, and then we'll let each one of y'all have
okay.
y'all say. Don't finish, Lady London.
I just wanted to say they didn't give that man 10 years for no reason. In order for them to give him 10 years in that case, they had some evidence against him that he did that. And it really seems like right now what he's going through is his karma. Because now they
Nothing.
saying he was shanked up in jail. Now they saying he was shanked up there. So I really hate to see the world turn against Meg. In that situation, say she was lying, she was this, because at first Tori was trying to play the victim in the beginning, but then he went from playing the victim to playing the villain. So he's not in the situation he's in for no reason. But I'm not gonna say that she's lying because I was not there that night, and I'm not gonna say that she didn't experience what she said that she experienced, because in her documentary she said that she saw him, that when she got out the truck, he came behind her. Taurus Lane is one of them 5'4", 5'3", hot tempered, hot headed men. He got out the truck, he came behind her, and he told her to dance, dance, which is what she said, and then he popped her. She said that in her
That
documentary.
sound dumb as you do.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
That
come on,
sound
big
dumb as you
homie.
do. That
Come
sound as
on.
dumb as you
Hold on.
do.
We can't do
Big
that.
homie, we're
Big
not
homie.
gonna
We
cut
can't
on. We
disrespect.
ain't
We
gonna.
can't
We gotta
disrespect
be
the
real
panel.
careful about how we address each other here. We try to have a respectful platform. I know it can get emotional, and I know
Right.
sometimes people that say things they
Right.
don't necessarily mean, but let's try to give each other the courtesy and just respect each other's time on the microphone, so everybody can get a chance to speak. We can go. We got all day. Y'all go ahead.
I think they convinced her just like they convinced Cassie. I think it was a convincing somewhere. I think that they convinced her. It's the same way that they convinced Cassie to get up on the stand when we seeing the case play out with Diddy, and he ain't do shit. He just a freak. I mean, he beat her. I don't condone that, but I'm talking about what they're trying to charge him for.
Can
I
I
think
tell
it's
y'all?
the same
I don't
thing.
know. I don't know if y'all ever been in 5-0 custody or had to sit down with them. They switch words up all the time. Like, I could tell them that, yeah, I seen such and such do this. They gonna switch it to make them the not the victim, the dang
I know what you're
Go
saying.
ahead.
They do
Go
switch the
ahead.
words up. Yeah, DJ, you got it right.
yeah, that's what they do. Like, they gonna make us go against each other when
Mhm.
that I mean, trust and believe, if he really did that to her, if he didn't do it to her, either way it go, if he didn't do it to her, her karma gonna come. If he did it
It,
to her,
thank you.
his karma came. Period.
Period. Period.
And I can
Period,
respect
DJ.
that. I can
Period.
respect
Let's
that.
let's let Miss Shakira speak. We haven't heard her the whole time. Miss Shakira, you want to speak? You there?
Here,
Oh,
girl.
and I
Okay.
want to say this, host. Hey, man, I
Okay.
gotta drop. I gotta go to bed in a minute, man. Gotta
Okay.
go to work.
Okay.
But I appreciate you for letting me up, big bro. And y'all have a good night, man.
All right. We'll see you in a minute, big homie. Get you some
Yeah,
rest, man.
yes, sir. I will, bro. Appreciate it.
All right. Go ahead, Miss Lady London. You can finish your point you was trying to make.
That's all I was saying, is that they didn't give him 10 years for no reason. That the state of California was able to find enough evidence against him to put him in jail for that time. Ever since that ordeal with him and Meg, it's like he just been going down and down and down. And I really believe that that's his karma for the way that he treated that girl and what he did. And after watching her documentary, I have a new level of respect for her, because she have been through a lot. Despite her being promiscuous and laying up with different men, when I watch her documentary and see what she went through in life,
That
she
is
have been through
so
a lot.
funny.
Wait,
I have
one
so much
second.
respect for her, for even though she's a whore, I have so much
Oh,
respect for her.
shy.
Because you
What the
don't ever
hell,
know what
y'all?
somebody
Don't
Damn.
went
act like
through.
shy. Don't act like
Y'all
you
on
don't
here.
know. You don't respect
We
them.
got we
Don't
gotta
act
watch
like you
that
don't
language.
respect
You gotta be
the
careful with the
don't respect the
language.
promiscuous ones, cause them the best ones.
But you
What
never
about
know
this?
what
Oh my God.
somebody went
Y'all,
through
y'all,
or what their
y'all,
story is.
I said a small majority of you women are so contradicting in y'all statements. I have so much respect for her, even though she out here doing dinos. I have so much respect for her. Even though
Yes,
she
I
out
do.
here
I do
ruining
have
the
respect
Supposed
for
whole,
to do.
her.
even
What are you talking
even
No,
about?
though
That's what we were here
conversation.
for.
even
Go
though
ahead.
she know she
Let's
she
back
can't,
down and lay
even though
down and
this
have a
woman can
conversation.
think about this. Think about this. You literally
I don't
just
even
said
care.
I have so much respect for a woman who can't even gauge when it is proper to twerk in front of a mass majority of voters that's gonna sway the election. She on
So,
stage twerking. She on stage twerking.
that's what we
But
And this
like
the
to
see,
woman you
do.
talking about, you got respect.
okay, but I'm going to
Who
What
say
dropped
happened?
this.
her?
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. She came in the game doing that. That's who she is. But evidently, you have not watched that person documentary to see the personal things that she shared about her life, losing her father at an early age, losing her mom, being done wrong by people. Like she shared a lot of personal stuff in that documentary. And yes, I do have a lot of respect for her after watching it. It's not about her being a whoremonger. It's not about that. It's about the things that she have went through personally and faced in life. You know what I'm saying? And Meg she's still successful and still came out on top regardless of who came. Everybody who done came against her done went down. The baby done went down. Tori done went down. The girl Kelsey done went down. Everybody who came against her has went down. They're not succeeding, and it's for a reason.
That's that
It's
Rock
for a
Nation
reason.
stuff, baby. Don't be
That's because
naive.
of her mom on that other side, Tina
Thank
Snow.
you. Thank you. Thank you, honey. The mom on the other side, honey, up in heaven watching because she had issues with these people before Rock Nation. Before Rock Nation. So I can't put it all on them. When it for some reason with her and Cardi B, it just seemed like everybody who come against them just do not flourish. They don't. They always lose.
Let me look on your page. Let me see who you are.
Yeah. That shit blunt.
Why you got your page private for? Unprivate your page. Let
To
us let
keep
us let
to
us
keep
recognize you.
to keep haters like you up off of there, just recognize my voice.
Right,
Just
right,
recognize my voice.
right. Keep yourself private.
That right.
There
Keep
go
I
yourself
just
Dewan. You
sent
want
you
private.
to
a
say
friend
something,
request
bro?
out.
You want to speak, bro? Dewan, you want to say something?
Oh yeah, I had stopped because I seen the divorce thing with Pat Poose and Remy Ma. I don't know. I've been seeing it a lot lately. I don't know. Just I guess maybe this relationship been like a mirage or something. I don't think I'm matured enough to know that once you break up with a woman to sit back and throw her under the bus is kind of corny because it's like no matter what you say about her, you still was with her.
Did he throw her under the bus? What'd he say about her?
Just oh, I wrote all her rhymes. Like all that stuff is it's not worth it at this point
Oh, I
because
didn't even see that. Yeah, that I get it. I get it.
They both been hitting below the belt. That's why I
Yeah,
made the
they
comment
have.
when I
That
Both
said
that's
below the
marriage
belt.
stuff should
they
stay private and you shouldn't
Yeah,
bring that stuff up. That is why I
I
said that.
agree.
Yeah.
and I think that it takes a man to be actually a man to not engage in cattiness because it's like, all right, if your wife doing it and you're doing it, you're no different than your wife.
they doing tit for tat. They
Yeah,
both hurt,
you gotta
but
be
somebody
different.
gotta be the bigger person.
Yeah, he should be the bigger person.
He
His whole
should. But
image has been that.
that's what we were just talking about. Why the man got to be the bigger person all the time?
Uh,
I
because
mean,
that's just how it should be.
it is. I agree. I agree because
Oh, I like
you we both can't be the
what is
princess.
that? The
We
wine.
both
Okay.
can't throw temper tantrum. But hey, that's who she married.
That's
Go ahead.
Shatown, wait, what happened? You muted yourself, Shatown.
that's
It's
what
too funny.
So
I feel like see how y'all try to minimize a man reflecting his disapproval of whatever situation, whatever negative situation they put in, and they feel like, oh, it's a temper tantrum. But when a woman, reflecting her discomfort that you putting her in, oh, she's an outstanding, she's a strong woman. She's standing on business. I'm not with none of that bullshit, man. If
Now
you
who
put me,
said that
Who
though?
said that?
Who
I
that's
said
was
that
that's,
just
we
that's how
agree
y'all
y'all
just
with?
kind of
said
said
it.
it now.
You
No,
who
we
said
said
if a
didn't.
that?
man,
I
y'all said
never said that. I
if a
said
man,
that
if a
they
man
both are
disagree,
doing tit for tat. I
right?
never said that. I
No,
never said that it was just him. I never said that it was just her. I said eventually someone is going to have to grow up.
and let it go.
Right.
Guys, don't let it go. F them. F them. F them.
Who
Because
hurt
they
you,
deserve
baby?
it. They
Who
deserve
hurt
it.
you?
Huh?
Who hurt you?
Ain't nobody hurt me. I just know the facts.
So what was the fact? Let us know.
You know what the facts is? A lot,
What?
just like the sister just came up on here and said, you know what? She's a great woman, but I know she promiscuous. Understanding what a promiscuous woman is.
What's wrong with it?
I didn't say
Huh?
she was a
A
great
lot. You
woman. I
shouldn't
said
be
I have
spreading your
respect
womb around
for
like that.
her.
Go finish
I
that.
do.
Go
A
ahead,
woman,
finish that down.
she,
Let that
she,
down. Let
But
she,
that
that
down.
no,
we live.
she knows she glorifying this woman, but she know in the back of her head, I know this woman doing D-nos on the low.
What is
That's why she said it. That's why she said it.
She doing who?
She
what is
doing
the Dino?
Dino.
Shut-town. Come
What's
She
on,
that?
doing
Shut-town.
Dino.
What's It's a
This
Dino?
woman,
Let her talk.
this
Let her
woman,
talk. Let
Shut-town.
her talk.
Shut-town.
listen.
You
What's
This
a
just
woman,
got up
Dino?
here other day. Now, Shut-town, you want to do this.
Let her
this
talk.
woman,
Oh,
this
Shot-Town,
woman,
I'm a little lost.
this woman
What's a
started
Dino?
this woman
It's
started
cool.
a
If you don't
whole
know, you know
trend.
it's cool.
This woman started a whole trend for all our females and some of these literally males out here to shake their butt.
They been doing that.
Immoral.
We been doing that. We've been doing
She
this since the
started,
90s, baby. What
right,
you
but
mean?
she started a whole immoral trend. And this woman had the nerve to say that she's an outstanding member of our society.
I did not say that. You're putting words in my
Yes,
mouth.
you
No,
did.
I
You
have
said that she's
respect.
a
Hold
great
on.
woman.
No, I did not.
You
Clearly,
said that
hold on. Wait a minute.
anybody that goes against her,
Clearly,
may God strike
clearly.
them down
No,
in
I
certain
did
That
not.
is
areas.
not
Clearly.
what the heck.
Clearly he's
Man,
drunk.
stop
Clearly
playing
he's
with
drunk.
me. Stop playing with me.
Clearly he's drunk. But I have a question for him. I have a question for him because clearly he is drunk because I didn't say that.
You
So
say I'm drunk.
now
Hold
let
on,
me ask
Shot. She's
you.
trying to talk directly to you.
Go ahead, G.
So do you hate every man that's a whore on this earth? Like,
No, because I'm a whore.
That
No,
okay,
no, no,
part.
no, 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 no,
okay,
no, no,
so
no, 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 no,
okay, so
no, no,
what is
no.
the
I'm a
problem?
whore. I'm
So
a
what's
whore.
so
I don't
wrong
hate
about
no
if a
man that's
He's
a
woman
Hold
whore.
wants
drunk.
to
on,
do
hold on.
I
it?
don't.
Let him have that
I'm not in a
conversation.
relationship. I have a box of condoms in my brand new car right now.
Okay, so why are
I'm not
you
a
so
whore.
upset about her being one?
No, because no, I'm not upset about her being one. I'm upset with how you try to portray her as an outstanding member of
I
society.
didn't
But
portray
at the
her as an
end, but
outstanding member.
yes, you did. You said she was a great woman.
No, I said I have a lot of respect for her.
How can you have respect for a whore? You
It
said
doesn't matter
yourself that she
because
was a whore.
yes, she
Respect you
is to
because you
me.
won.
No,
Okay.
That's what you said.
no. You can't have it both ways. I'm sorry, madam. I'm sorry. And then you
I have a lot of respect for her because of what she been through. Again, you don't ever know somebody's story or what happened to them women to lead them in a promiscuous lifestyle. And Megan Thee Stallion has been through a lot. Like I said, clearly you didn't watch the documentary to
Hey,
see everything that she opened up about what she went through in her life.
hey, Shot Town.
Chapo Guzman got a documentary.
Hey,
Is he
Shot
something
Town.
outstanding for society? Chapo Guzman got a documentary.
I don't know who Chapo
Shot
Who that
Guzman is.
is?
Hey,
Chapo
Shot Town.
Guzman is one of the most notorious drug lords in society. After
He's a
Pablo
rat,
Escobar.
but he's a rat.
Okay. So my thing is, what turned him to that?
He's a rat, though.
A woman.
All
A
right, he
woman
can't be no.
turned him to that.
He
A
can't be.
woman
So
turned him to that. Yeah,
at,
a woman.
A
at the end
woman
of the
turned him
day,
into a rat.
Nah, Chapo Guzman?
Yeah,
Chapo Guzman ain't never no rat. Don't put that on this name, bro.
he's a rat.
You tripping on my soul, you
oh
lying.
Lord.
He's been a rat.
On my soul, you lying, boy.
Uh-oh.
I'll give you $100 right now if you can prove that right now. I will give you $100 right now.
No,
On my soul.
stay on topic, fellas. Let's stay on topic.
No. He just made a statement. I'm gonna prove that he's a liar on your live. I will give you $100 if you can Google anywhere that Chapo Guzman is a rat.
What's your email?
No, I'm not talking about email. Don't talk about email. I will give you $100 right now if you can prove that Chapo Guzman is a rat.
They just put it out there. He just had his family moved over to America.
Right. Come on, man. Stop playing with me, bro.
I know.
Right. Be quiet, bro. Stop making
I
statements.
don't gotta be quiet. I come from the streets.
What you
Yo,
mean
let's
from the
stay on
streets,
topic.
boy?
Let's stay on
Nigga, I just
topic,
came
y'all.
home from a first-degree murder.
Oh my
What are you
God.
talking about?
I quit.
Anyways, back on topic.
Let's stay on topic, y'all.
Yes, I feel like Megan. You don't know. You
We're
don't
on
know.
we're on divorce and stuff like that. That's what we're on. Let's talk about that.
Okay. Well, I don't even know. Even they just threw me all off.
So the topic was Chi-Town. I think what he was getting at was that just because she's been through a lot of stuff does not make her right. So all of us could get on here and we can tell our story and have somebody empathize or sympathize with us, but that does not mean that our actions were right. So I think that he was a little bit upset, or not even upset. I think that he was a little bit he was speaking towards the
Emotional.
fact that it was said that she is that women hold a lot of respect for her based upon her story, but that does not mean that she was right because she has a sad story.
Okay, that's where I go
Ultimately, that's what he
from.
was getting to.
That's why I say it's always three. It's your truth, it's my truth,
It's the
and
truth.
it's the truth.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. I
Okay, I
agree with
want to say
that, Big
that
Joe.
when I watched her documentary, it caused me to see her in a different. When I watched her documentary, it caused me to see her in a different light. I'm sorry, I can't hear. It's a lot of background. But when I watched her documentary, it caused me to see her in a different light. And I actually cried a couple of times throughout her documentary, because when I say she has been through a lot, she's been through a lot. I'm not saying that she's right for being promiscuous. I'm not saying that she's right for twerking. I'm not speaking for other women. I'm speaking for me. I'm saying that I have respect for her. And
I
I'm
can't
not going
relate to
to,
it.
and that's okay. Nobody has to. I'm just speaking for me. I'm just saying me personally. I don't just have hate towards her or dislike her because of the situation with Tori, because it is two sides to a story, or three sides rather. But when I watch her personal documentary where she went into her childhood, her life, everything that she have been through, and I watched the world turn against this woman and hate this woman and etc. And I got to see personal things about her. It made me look at her in a different light. And
So
I
have
think
you
with a lot
have
of
you
us,
ever thought about that her trauma contributed to the fact of her believing other people to say that Tory Lanez did this, because they did not have the evidence to say that he did this? So have you thought about the fact that her trauma contributed to that? Because sometimes trauma is not a positive thing. So even though you can relate to that trauma, that does not mean that he did what she's claiming that he did, and she did not see him do this.
okay, I'm sorry, I'm not relating to her trauma. I didn't say that I'm relating to her trauma. And in her documentary, she said that she did see him do that. At the end of the day, they gave him 10 years, and it looks like they're not trying to let him out.
No, what
So
she was asking was, do you think basically like the trauma blurred her vision of what really happened, and
no,
that they put something in her head?
Right.
no, I don't. No, I don't. I don't think that.
She come out with a
Documentary
documentary.
yet?
Why would she come out with a documentary talking about all of the things that she's been through her childhood? That is reverse psychology. That is to get the public to believe something. That's to get the public to believe a narrative that isn't true. So if it's just about the Tory Lanez and her case, why is she coming out with a documentary telling you about her childhood?
I don't know why she came out with a documentary about her childhood. Maybe it was to show everything that she had been through. The situation with Tori was involved. It started to her from her childhood up until her coming into the rap game, her losing her father, her losing her mom, and things like that. I can't state why she did that, but I just don't have no dislike nor hatred towards her, nor do I just feel like nor do I just feel like she was just 100% wrong in the matter. I don't feel that.
And I don't think it's to make you feel like she's 100% wrong. I don't think that's the purpose, but I think that it's to look at the evidence and the facts and to see and to rationalize an opinion, not based upon how she was raised or how she grew up or what she talked about in her documentary.
But
Because she
see,
talked about that in her documentary to get people to play on their emotions. That's what people do. They want to play on your emotions so that you can side with them. But when you look at the facts of the case, I'm not sure, it's a little iffy, because when you look at those facts, his fingerprints was not on that weapon.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say this. Whatever he was already in jail. He already was sentenced to 10 years. The documentary came out after he was sent to jail. So it wasn't really no need for her to try to convince because they already sent him off. I
So
don't
do
know
you
what.
know? Do you understand the history of a black man? So right now it's the demise of the black man. Ain't none of them did nothing.
What do
Ain't
you
none of them
mean?
did nothing. It's the demise of the black man. From Cosby on down. That's right. Ain't none of them did
Mm-hmm.
nothing. So if you
I
look at
agree.
the history and the demise of the black man, the strategy is to get the black woman to line up with everybody else to destroy the black man.
Mm-hmm.
There has
What do
not
you
been
mean?
any there has not been any DNA to link Tory Lanez to the shooting of her. Period. It has not been. I don't care what she came out with her documentary. That's because she wants to inflict sadness. So she wants you she want to play on your emotions in order to get you to agree. But you have to look at the facts of the case and you have to look at the facts of society. So it's always been the demands of a black man and to get us to go against our black men.
Yes. Yes.
That's the bigger play. So they do really small things to get you to the bigger play. That's the bigger play.
Okay, and I'm gonna say this, Miss Angelita. I'm gonna say this. Um, you have your outlook and I have mine, and it's different. I think it's just best that we leave it there. That it's different. Your outlook on the matter is different from mine, and it's okay to agree to disagree or to have two separate opinions. Just to leave it at that. But the man is still in jail, and it's not like they trying to let him out. And it seemed like he continuing to go further down and further down. So
I think it's a good thing when we have these conversations to attempt to challenge each other's position, just so a person may take the initiative to go a little step deeper than what they may feel. I appreciate the conversation. I really do. And sometimes it can get intense and it can get aggressive, but at the same time, if you guys are really having a certain level of discernment and evidence to support your stance, then it's something good to have a conversation.
right, and like I said, just like Miss DJ said, if she did, if in just saying, not saying she is, if she did get him in a situation that he wasn't supposed to be and he didn't do it, it's gonna backfire on her. But if not, it's gonna backfire on him. The only one that's going down is him.
That's
You
for
What
know?
right.
time? So what
That's for
time
right
will
now.
do in lifetime will show you and hold everybody accountable for
Mm-hmm.
their
That's
actions.
right.
It
That's
just
true.
sometimes you might see something in 2000 that you might not see in 2023, or you might see something in 2023 you ain't seeing 2000. So sometimes it take a little time for people to be held accountable. It ain't just what you may see now, because to be honest with you, if you remember how they did Rodney King, they planted evidence. California been crooked as been crooked. So they got a history and they got a reputation for doing certain things, planting evidence. They didn't just do it to Rodney King, they did it to a lot of other people out there. So you just got to take initiative to just think about other things outside of what, it's cool for each and every last one of us to take into consideration certain things that take place around America.
And I do want to state, just to clear all confusion, I'm not trying to use her childhood to back the matter. I was bringing up her childhood and what she had been through as to state why I have respect for her and why I look at her in a different light.
That was
Not saying
understandable.
it, but
Right,
some people don't. Some people still don't. They think that I'm trying to use her childhood to make her a victim when that has nothing to do with it.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying? But she said in her documentary that she saw the guy do it. So
Right, right. But sometimes people trauma, and when liquor involved, they can be real. See, I don't I don't want to, show a bias. That's why I try to sit back and let the audience speak. But alcohol and certain things do influence people's decisions. And when she spoke with Gayle King and she stated that she didn't have no intimacy with the man, that kills your credibility. And once your credibility is shot, you supposed to actually take into consideration that you actually is a liar at that point. But the thing, a lot of people ain't study Tory Lane's case. And regardless of whether he's guilty or innocent or she lied or told the truth, there's other surrounding factors that contributed to what he's going through. Actually, it makes sense. If I saw one of my ladies I'm sleeping with shoot another lady that I'm sleeping with, I asked my brother the other day, I said, bro, you had two girls you were sleeping with and one of them shot the other one. Would you take the stand on them? He said, nah. I said, if they was to give you 10 years, would you? He said, hell yeah. Some guys are not going to pick up that part of the 10 years and still do that. Most men in that situation, he cracking both of them. He don't want to see nothing happen to him. Most men in that situation is going to try to protect the woman. And I'm taking it as that. You understand? So it's just different ways to look at the situation.
That makes sense.
And the judge is supportive of the LGBT community and women. This is that judge. He's supportive of that. And they put forth a lot of evidence to support Tory Lanez. So it's good to just open your eyes sometimes, and it's okay that we are able to identify with what we are able to identify with. But it's okay to just open your eyes sometimes to take in extra information, because sometimes the courts get it wrong a lot of times. But sometimes we as people, we lack in the level of discernment and character judgment, and sometimes we get it wrong too. So it's just okay to just open your eyes and ears up to just try to see other perspectives. But I like the conversation you guys have.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then none of us were there. The only people that was there in that vehicle that night was him, her, and Kelsey. None of us was there to see what was going on.
Well, it was
That's so true, lady.
also
London.
it also had a security guard that was there that never got a chance to testify. You got to look at things like that. That was a problem.
Hey, host,
Talking
what
about
do you
none of
think
us in the
about?
room. I
We
think
talking about we
she's
talking
thinking
about
more
a
so
child.
about
We
none of
talking
us
about
in the
her
room was there.
childhood. Think about that. We talking about a grown woman childhood. That's like Michael Jackson. Somebody said, I ain't grow up in my childhood, so that's why I got babies with me. Man, stop playing with me, man. What's wrong with
Shut
you? You
out.
tripping?
Hey,
See,
host.
Scotttown, this the thing. The young
Shut
lady
out.
was just talking about how she was
I
identifying
think she was
that aspect of it. So that's cool.
I think she was just talking about how none of us in the room was there, so we really can't account to what actually happened. We can all give our opinions and what we think, but we
Hey,
really
host.
can't account to what actually
No,
happened. So I think she's talking about none of us in the room was
hold on.
there.
Go ahead, the one.
Hey, but this my thing with Tory Lanez though. If he took the 10 to begin with, why is he folding now saying he ain't do it? I don't like that part of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. See, what happens, bro, if you was in a situation like that, your goal is going to be to try to protect the women. The problem is the state subpoenaed the women and they didn't plead the fifth. They throw them under the bus because they didn't want to get caught up with perjury. And they gave the other young lady a deal already. So Tory just caught in front of a rock in a hard place. Any man, I seen this happen over and over. It's like a young man taking a rap for his homie and he didn't do it. Everybody's not going to step up to the plate and accept their accountability if they can get away from it. Because prison,
But
that's
do you
a
fold?
thing to hang over somebody's head.
But do you fold?
Huh?
But the question is, do you fold because they folded?
Well, it depends on how you look at it. 10 years is a lot of time, bro. I mean, I know killers, they fold. When they offer them that life and then they get in there and they say, I'm going to stand tall. And after them 20, 30 years, they want to come home. They'll tell everything under the sun. So it just depends on how you built and what type of cloth you cut from.
The matter with Gail, I wanted to say that too, because people kept saying, well, she lied to Gail, so that crushes her accountability. I would have to say I can't state that, because if I was in a matter with a man that I myself was intimate with, I'm going to be looking like, what does that have to do with him popping me? You asking me if I was intimate with this person done popped me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
what does that have to do with the matter?
lies? Okay, go ahead.
I just think the question caught her off guard, and she didn't want people to focus on the fact that they were intimate in this matter, being that she had been popped. And I think that's what it really was. Because me personally, if I was in that matter, I'd be looking at, like, why are you asking me that question? You should be asking me about that night, that person, what I went through of being popped. Like, what do that have to do with anything? Like, it was irrelevant to the matter, in my opinion. And nobody has to agree. It's okay. But that was just my opinion.
Answer that. So, she probably asked her that because when, say, they was in a triangle relationship, one of them got mad, and then I just put it on him. That's basically what the story is supposed to be. So with her asking that, it will make it seem like, so did he really do it? You know, like that's what she was getting to. She wasn't. I don't think she was asking him like, well, was it big type thing. I think she was getting to like, are you sure he did it? Was you mad at him and you blaming him? You get what I'm saying? That's probably why she asked, trying to dig a little deeper so we all can understand.
And she said in her documentary that she didn't know that Gail was going to ask her that. You could tell it caught her off guard. She wasn't expecting it, you know, and that's a traumatic situation to go through of somebody popping you, especially if you ain't been popped before. You know what I'm saying? So that was a hectic situation for her having to go through all that. But it caught her off guard. And she confirmed in her documentary that it did and that she didn't know she was going to be asked that.
You studied. Are you still talking about this documentary?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna say this about women that's promiscuous. So like, I'm not gonna say promiscuous. I'm gonna say strippers. Coming from the streets, we all hustle. We all do what we gotta do to get to a buck. I look at strippers the same way. It's like they do what they do to get to $1. So I don't really see. I see where you're going, Chi-Town. You're like, oh, she
No,
promiscuous.
I love strippers. Whoa. Don't back. Don't say that, bro. I ain't got nothing. I support strip. I go to a strip club right now. I'm in Georgia. I'm literally
Oh,
just
yeah.
popped about. I literally just left a club. That's why I just got offline. I walked up to the club. The club, it's really dirty, dingy, right? Man, y'all talking about $10 to park, $20 to get in this dirty, dingy
Oh, where you
ass.
was at? Club Wet?
I don't even want to drop my dot, but it's, bro, I ain't never finna walk up in there. Y'all ain't finna give me down 30 down, 30
Yeah,
down.
that's how Atlanta is. Club Wet like that. $10 to par, $20 to get in.
Not for this.
Shot-town, be careful. Okay, Shot-town jumped off. Eric, where you at, man? I ain't heard from you in a minute. You there? Or you
Yeah, I'm
tapped
here.
out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, look.
Tap in, tap in for a minute, man.
Okay, where we at? Where we at?
Oh, you ain't been with us. They been
No, I'm trying to.
you didn't jump. You outside too, huh? You
No,
outside.
I'm actually got showing clothes right now.
Oh, okay. I told you, I asked you to send me that whatchamacallit in the back channel.
Right. The link.
Yeah, don't forget about me, man. I'm gonna tap in with you.
Oh, most definitely.
Okay. Well, we here.
All right, well,
I was just checking with you.
okay, I'm still here, bro. I'm still here. I'm
Okay.
online.
Miss Shakira, you there? Shakira, you want to tap in with us?
Nope.
You say it's too much smoke going on. You keep
Out of
some
this one.
smoke. You keep some smoke. Come on.
I'm
Just give us a little bit. Come on.
nope. I'm staying out of this one.
Come on.
Nah, this is
All right.
nope. I'm
I
staying
say
out
when
of this
Tory
one.
Lane's getting aired
No,
out,
Shakira must be riding with Megan. It's okay. We can ride
I
with Megan.
say Tory Lane's getting aired out in jail. For those that been in
And
jail, you know how
see how you try to bait me in here?
No,
I said, see how you
I was just messing with you. Cause Lady London holding her own. So I respect it. I respect it.
I'm always gonna do that.
I
10
respect
toes
it.
down,
I
strong.
love Lady London, baby. She
Yeah,
is
Lady
holding
London.
it down. She is
That's
holding
why.
it down. 10
That's why
toes.
it's good to be able to
15
have.
toes.
That's why it's good to be able to have conversation to where you can speak your perspective with supporting statements and facts, and then other people can speak theirs, and we can have this a grown folks conversation. People gonna disagree. The prosecutor and the district attorney and the defense attorney and his team, they be going at it ready to kill, and later on, they sitting up in the restaurants, kicking it together.
yes.
Just what it
Bitches
is.
hold no last.
Shot-town, I just was checking on you. You safe out there? Where you at with it?
Man, I'm Deso, man. Man. I'm finna go in the crib, man. I done dropped something off. I'm going in the crib.
All right, I know. I heard you say you was rotating out there, so I already know what
No,
it
they
is.
just tried. It was a little spot. It's basic bogus. They got little reflective vests on. They finna charge me to park my whip. Boy, you tripping?
Yeah, you doing right. You know how.
Yeah. Candyland is like that.
It's a lot of us down
What
there,
is
man.
like
So
that?
you got to watch it because it's a lot of us down there.
On my soul. I ain't finna pay your phone bill to park my car. You tripping?
Yeah, they going like that down there too, huh?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
I
what
love.
Man, you out
Listen,
on
I go
Friday
to
night.
Georgia a lot. I like Atlanta. I mean, I like Atlanta. I could say I go to Georgia. I go to Atlanta a lot. I like Atlanta.
I want to
That's what.
hear Shy Time talk about Remy Ma, Papoose, and Clarissa.
Man, Remy Ma ass mad as hell because ain't no motherfucker on her no more. Ain't no motherfucker on her, man. She trash. Ain't no motherfucker on her, man. Papoose moved on to something way better. That's it. He got him a decent little piece. That's it.
And homegirl beat the brakes off
The
her.
inner workers of that relationship is just what it is. It's bullshit on both sides.
And
Whatever he
listen,
got to do.
hey, Chi-Town, he ain't moved down. He moved up because if Remy Ma ain't got the strap, his journey to beat the brakes off of her.
Yeah, I just feel like man, make power moves. I don't don't be around nobody that irritates you, man. There's too many people on this earth. I'm not finna be with you, man. If you irritate me, if you bring a non negotiable piece to me, man, I can't socialize with you. You irritate me. You piss me off. I can't be with you. It's too many people. I can go to any club. I can go to any spot. Man, look, I work. I'm a working man. Y'all should see the morning quick trips out here in Georgia. It's like a strip club. Married women or just professional women stopping, getting their coffee, getting their morning lottery ticket, and going to work. And they bad as hell. And vice versa. You got handsome guys out here on their business, taking care of their business, going to work. You think I'm finna what? Nah, man. We out here. So why would I settle? I'm not finna settle for nothing. I'm not. Nope.
I honestly think that all of these little celebrity things that's going on, even with Megan and Tory and the Papoose and all the situation, I think it's just a bunch of stuff to just kind of get us to continue to not come together as a whole. It's
We ain't
getting
gonna never come together as a whole. That ain't gonna never happen.
you're right, but there are certain
Well,
what we need to do.
eventually, don't
What
I
say
we
ain't
need to
going to agree
do,
to that.
we're not. What we need to do though is realize that a certain group of us belong that way, and the other group of us belong that way.
Yeah,
And
the
we just need to
takers with the
stick with
takers and the givers with the
what
givers.
goes with us. We just need to stick with
Right.
what goes with what we're aligning in, and I think that's how we
We are
continue.
never gonna be united on
No,
nothing.
no,
Under no such it's
I
just
don't think
not
we
gonna
are. I
I
don't
pray
think
to
we are.
God we don't be
We're not.
united.
No,
I
why not?
pray.
Why a minute now.
why
Hold
y'all
on.
say that
I
though.
Don't
pray.
say
Why y'all
that.
say that?
I
Elaborate,
pray.
please.
Why? Because you know why? Because we are built different. Every mentality. We might have the same skin tone. We might look similar, but we think different. I don't mind when I see a black person wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat. You know why? Because that individual is thinking outside of the box where we need to be thinking the same. That's not true. That's not true.
I
That's
think
why
when
you
it
have.
comes to the
That's why you have when you go into these communities and you see these what we call when we was young uppity black people,
yep.
or we see the the downgraded. These are different levels of mentals. That's it. Their level of mental society and how they look at the society is different than what we look at it or what we consider what we as blackness. That's it.
I think it just goes back in the day. You got the field ones and you got the house ones, and that's just the separation. No matter what.
A field nigga can be a Republican.
Yeah.
And you know why? I don't say I'm
You
a
got the
Republican or a
bag.
Democrat. I don't say I'm a Republican or a Democrat. I say I'm in the middle road. Why? Because I don't look at me being a working man. I can never sit there and go to work. Look at my taxes being took from me and accept somebody standing in the middle of the highway for the same majority of the time that I went to work on his feet, but have his hand out. You have an able body to ask for the money that I'm working for. but you don't want to get a job. That's a Republican stand. That is a Republican stand.
That goes to the
But Democrats,
mentality
they
thing,
turn
like you were
around.
saying.
Democrats, they turn around and they will give you money. They say without you having an able body, you can have an able body, but we will give you money based on social economicals. They will make up some type of bull term that they will just give you money. But then on the other hand, I look at what the Republicans do. We need the death penalty. You got people that's incarcerated now. I done been in the system, y'all. Well, I will read they paperwork, and I say, damn, the judge should have gave you an extra 10 years for this you did. But we look at it as, damn, they've been locked up. Let them out. What are they doing? R. Kelly ass deserve to be in that motherfucker. You know why? He literally got found guilty for being with an underage girl. He didn't take that as, you know what? If whatever I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change my life, or I'm gonna be low key with this. I'm just gonna stay out the lane worrying with this. No, he didn't say that. He gonna throw it back in society's face. Put that camera back up again. And the district attorney that's present now in the state of Illinois has obtained another video of him doing the same thing that he did previously. And we got women, we got people on TikTok right now saying, "Oh, I still love his music. Free that man." But if this man would get a hold of your daughter or son, you will be appalled. Like, it's a shame, man. It's like,
It should have
we
been on the
gotta
parents
understand
too
what
with that though. The parents should have been accountable for that too.
the parents should be accountable for it.
They should have been held accountable as well.
So how can I ask you? Are you over the age of 35?
32.
Okay, so you okay? You right. The reason why I asked you your age is because people over the age of 35, I say 32. When y'all used to ride in groups on bikes, how far y'all used to go y'all outside y'all neighborhood and the goofy things that y'all used to do? Should y'all parents be accountable for what y'all did?
They was. That was for sure.
Why? So the ignorant things that the foolish
That's
things
just
that
like,
you did, your parents stood to be judged for what your actions. Is that what you saying?
hold on. What I'm saying is, I swear I thought when all this came about that the mama and them said that they gave the daughter up to him. Right? Am I right or wrong? I'm not sure if I'm right or wrong, but I thought that's what it was. Hello?
I can't speak on that. I can't speak on that. But I can
Okay.
tell you this. I can tell you this. That it's true. That a person will get so wrapped up in the celebrity of the person that they will overlook a lot of man. That they will overlook a lot of shit. That's what Cassidy did. Cassidy got don't think that that scene that we seen him dragging her through the hallway, that was the first time and the last time. No. That woman had $1 million in her bank account with access to any vehicle, any transportation on the planet Earth. And you telling me that this grown woman didn't have the means to walk away and say, you know what, this is something I don't want to deal with? No,
Yo, I know Cassie was being on it.
she made the conscious decision that I'm gonna stay, and whatever I have to, I'm gonna deal with it based on what I want in life. And that
Cassie
what she
should
did.
have been in jail too. I ain't gonna hold you up if she was with that all that baby oil stuff.
I don't think none of them should be in jail.
They said he was messing around with some deceased
That's a
people.
nice cream.
So
And
if
I
I'm
that's
saying this.
true,
This is what I'm saying. This is all allegedly. There's no evidence on, huh?
I said, yeah.
Hey,
So
listen.
why would we stand? Think about if you were standing in front of a judge and people was yelling out statements to you about allegedly. You allegedly did this. You need to go to jail for allegedly. This is not evidence. So why are we
It's always he ain't I
echoing
mean,
what's
he in
allegedly?
jail. It's
it's some other stuff. You know that it's some other stuff with it though. You
Hey
know, I'm
DJ,
What? Tell me the other
DJ,
stuff. What's the other stuff?
hey DJ, what do you think about this? If you say that allegedly XYZ with Puffy, Puffy ain't did nothing different than what Hugh Hefner did at the Playboy Mansion party.
and Hugh Hefner nasty tail should have been in jail too, cause
He
he had underage girls too.
he should have, but it was all
Hugh
put under the
Hefner,
umbrella
Hugh
of
Hefner
Playboy.
published
Yes,
Brooke Shields
yes.
at her 18-year-old birthday, published her in Playboy on her 18th birthday. Now I'm telling people, do you think that she sold when she turned 18, that she signed those contracts, and when she took those pictures when she became 18? You got to be a damn fool if you think that.
He was there before that.
She was there before that.
It's some nasty. I ain't gonna hold all up. It's some men out here that just so perverted. Like
And
they.
there are women. There are women that'll do the same thing.
I know. I witnessed it.
There's
I
not a
witnessed
monopoly. I'm just saying. Only reason I say there are women. I'm not saying, oh, but this and this and this.
I
I'm not
witnessed in my real life, like on some real stuff.
that's not a
It
monopoly.
just,
We
it's,
don't know gender have a monopoly on being a creep.
it doesn't, but it be majority. I majority see men doing it. Is why.
Under no circumstance, if you bring up
Openly.
a man, if you bring up a man being a creep, I can bring up 3 women against you right now.
See, I don't know. I just know men in my waking life is what I'm saying. In my life, I know men that do it, and stuff that I see on TV. I know men
It's, you
that
know
do it, but
what?
I
It's
know
a
a couple
difference.
women that does it too.
It's a different. See how you just said it. I know a couple women that does it too, but see how the words you just said it. When it becomes a man doing it, he is a creep. He is a predator. But when
I
a
didn't
woman
say
does it,
man. I didn't say that. Them nasty hoes. Excuse me. They
no,
nasty too. They nasty too. They need to be put under the jail as well. Man, let me tell y'all. My first baby daddy, right? He had to be 15. Now he dead and gone now though. But this one girl, this one lady that I knew from the hood, she 25, 26. He 15. How would you messing with him? Like, I mean, even though, don't get me wrong, yeah, we are from the hood. You know, he got a little bit of money and stuff at 15. But the thing about it is, how could you bring yourself down to mess with a 15, 16-year-old when you 25 pushing? To me, 25 is damn near is 30. You
I
know,
don't know. That we all know that it goes on, but I'm just saying at this point, Puff Daddy and his freak offs is no different than the Playboy Mansion in those parties. It's just so different that Puffy must have upset some of the right people.
that's why I said it's some other
if
stuff.
you from the ghetto, if you from any inner city where black and brown people, and you can go on, if you can walk 5 blocks and walk to a gas station, it's a P Diddy in every last one of them, and we know about them. You don't went to grammar school with a girl, and she fast as ever, and she messing with a Tommy who in the street slanging that dope, and she doing his Dino. We done
Okay,
seen
I
that.
know what
Why we
I know
acting
what
like
I mean
why
now.
we acting like this ain't what it is.
And the old heads to be
You have
outside the
young
high
girls,
schools.
you have older women that will be on TikTok talking about young men in college or young men in grammar school based on their physique. Oh, he cute. If I was this age, oh, I'd get him. But we look at it as if it's different. Like, oh, because we make it a way where it's cool for certain, but it's an anger for others.
So Shottown,
Don't put it as if
Shottown,
like no, man. We
Shottown.
gotta
This
put
is the
that in the
thing though,
same group.
Shottown. Wait a minute. So it's always been a double standard. It's just like y'all ass can go and cheat all y'all want to, but we can't. It's always been a double standard. Let's not get
Whoa.
on here.
Yeah,
Let's
baby
not get
girl,
on
Hold
here and
on.
act like there
Hold
has
on.
not always been a double
That's
standard.
not
Stop it.
true.
Wait.
I cheat first.
Stop.
Majority of you women start your marriages and relationships off cheating.
Who said you
Majority
can't
of
cheat?
you
Hold on to
women.
the young lady. Hold on. That young lady said it's a double standard because men cheat and women can't. Who said you can't cheat? The
Yes, they
statistics is
do.
calling you cap.
I don't cheat first, baby. I cheat worse.
No, it's definitely
Majority,
not
Hold
count.
on.
majority,
Hold
It's
on.
majority of
definitely
you
Ladies,
not
women,
count. It's
majority,
definitely
majority
not
of
count. When y'all sleep with multiple
he
people, y'all a
said,
player.
he
When we
said
sleep
she
with
don't
multiple
cheat
people, we're
first, she cheat
whores.
worse.
Stop
Did you
it.
hear that?
No, stop the cat. No, y'all capping. When we
Did you
sleep
hear
with
that, young
multiple people,
lady?
we're whores. Y'all not. So we not
I
gonna do
asked
that.
you
No,
a
that's
It's a
not
question.
double
true.
standard. Women can't go and sleep
That's
around like men. So Chi-Town can stop the cap when
Wait,
he
whoa,
talking
whoa, hold
about all of
on.
that other
Hold
stuff.
on, wait. You said women can't go and sleep around like men.
They cannot because
Who
y'all
told you
call us
that?
whores. It's okay for y'all to do it.
Oh, no, hold on.
It's not okay. It's really
Hold
not
on.
okay for
Hold on.
nobody to do it. It's really our mentality, honestly, because like I just said, I don't cheat first, I cheat worse. I don't even want to cheat no more. You get what I'm
Hold
saying?
on.
I don't
Wait.
want to do that shit no more.
You said well women wait, hold on. I need to know what a man doing a women can't do. You use the word can't. What you mean by that?
Mean by that is
You said
when
women
men,
can't cheat. What is you
I'm
talking
gonna
about?
tell you exactly what I mean.
Okay.
So what I mean by that is when men get on a platform and they talk about women as like what Lady London talked about today. London said that she was promiscuous. That was seen as something that was a negative. However, when men get out here and cheat, y'all
No,
justify
wait,
every.
wait.
Wait a minute, no, no,
We having
no.
a
Y'all
conversation. Wait.
justify every
You
which and
said
way.
no. You said that was seen as a negative. That's false. Lady London didn't see that as a negative.
Right, but y'all did. I'm talking about y'all. I'm
Every
not
man,
talking about us.
no, every man, listen.
I'm
It's
talking
not.
about
That's
y'all.
not true.
It's not a
I
good
didn't
thing
speak.
on
I
either
didn't
That
speak
was
end.
on
shy
that.
time.
It's not a
Shy
good
time
thing on
went in.
either end, but I feel like this. I'm not.
It's
It's not
okay
a
for a woman to be promiscuous if that's what she chooses to
no,
do.
no. I'm not saying
No, hold
that.
on. Let me correct this young lady right here that said men look at no. Who's I didn't say anything about her being promiscuous. Did you
Y'all
hear me?
got right on there and said that that Lady London is condoning her for being a whore.
Not y'all. You said y'all, not me.
The majority of men. But
The
Chi-Town is speaking for
majority,
the
not
majority of
all.
men. So if I'm not talking to you, I'm definitely
no,
talking to
I'm not.
It's
Chi-Town.
okay.
No,
Because
Hold
I'm
on.
Chi-Town
not.
just got
I
on
did
here
not
and
say
Okay.
said that there shouldn't be a double standard when
Miss
women is dating
Lady,
younger men and the
Miss
men is
Lady,
dating
Miss
younger
Lady,
women.
Miss
That's
Okay.
what I'm
Lady,
talking about.
Miss
Can I
Today
Lady.
he
say?
just
Can
got
I?
on here
No,
and said that a
no,
woman is a
no,
whore. But the
no,
why can't the
no.
men
I
do
Okay.
it?
said, I said, I said, look at the contrast
Right.
of how people react to certain situations. That's what I said. If you are out here with multiple men and you a clean woman,
Who's
and I
stopping
know
a
you,
woman from
I'm
being
trying to be your.
who's stopping a woman from
I
being
want.
what you just called her?
I
We gotta be careful with that word that you use. Well, who's stopping her from being promiscuous, Miss Anjanita, for you? Who's stopping her? You said when a
Christina, why
woman
you ain't
So
saying
it's
nothing?
looked at as a negative for women,
no, we're
but the
not talking
men
about
get
what
on
it's
here
looked
all the
at.
time and talk about how they could cheat.
It's not what you
Okay.
said. You specifically said what women can't do, and they
Can I?
doing it every day. So what
Can
did
No,
I
you
but
say?
say?
the reason that I said that women can't do this is because when men
Oh,
look
they
at
doing
women
it.
and they look at women as dealing with multiple women, they judge us based upon us dealing with multiple men. But when
Wait,
they
you
look
said
at
they
men
can't
dealing
do
with
it, but they
multiple
do it
women,
every day.
they
He
don't
said it in
judge
that letter.
men. They don't judge men on them dealing with multiple women, but we get judged on dealing with multiple men. But then we talk about a double standard. So the reason that I came in
No,
here is
that's not a
because
double standard.
Chi-Town, wait a minute, wait
That's
a
not a
minute.
double
The
standard.
reason
That's a
that I came
reality.
in here is
Double standard
because
is a reality
Chi-Town
of two different
just
things.
said, why is there a double standard when men is dealing with younger women, but it's not the same thing when women are dealing with younger men. There's always a double
Mia,
standard. So
Mia,
the reason that I
Mia,
brought that up is because
Mia
when
Long
men
brother did
are
an
wait a
interview.
minute,
I mean,
when men
Mia
are
Long.
dealing with multiple women, they're looked at, okay, you gotta expect the man to cheat. That's what they gonna go out and do.
That's
But when
not
women do it,
true.
they
All
whores.
men don't cheat. That's not
They
true.
whores. I'm
You
just
just
talking about the
made that
double
up.
standard.
But it's not a double
I
standard.
wanted to
All
say
men don't cheat.
something.
Just like all women are not promiscuous.
I wanted to say something because I think what I said earlier was still kind of misconstrued, and that happens frequently on TikTok. I'm not saying that I condone. I'm not saying that I condone a woman being promiscuous. What I was stating earlier, despite the fact that she is a promiscuous woman, I still have respect for her after
Right.
watching her whole life story of what she went through, because it brought me to a different side of her versus just her being Megan Thee Stallion. That's my point. I didn't say, oh, I just condone it. I think women should just be out there. I think men.
It's bad on both ends,
No,
in
you ain't
all
putting no
honesty.
season. You ain't putting no seasoning on it. But who's stopping her from being promiscuous? Who? The young
Well,
lady saying,
I'm not
"Hey,
saying nobody is. I just people just be getting the things you say
they
misconstrued, and
do,
they
they
think you
do,
saying something that you
they
not
do,
saying because they don't understand, they don't get it.
they do, they do."
So
Ladies.
I'm not. So Lady
You
London,
saying
I'm
what
not
she
referring
can't
to
do?
you. I'm referring to the comment that Chi-Town said when you said that she was promiscuous and that basically you're still supporting her. He found that to be a
No, no,
problem.
Right,
no,
That's
right.
no,
a
But see,
double
no,
Okay,
standard.
hold on,
I
no,
hold
wasn't
That's
on.
a
I wasn't
double
talking
no,
standard.
I
no.
wasn't
This
talking
is
about you,
okay.
Miss Angela,
Okay,
because
Oh,
I
let
wasn't
me
talking
let,
about
let
you.
me
I was talking
explain.
about really because Chi-Town
Okay,
made
Okay,
that
okay.
this
comment,
is this is what
like I
this
was
is
okay.
what
trying
I
to
said.
condone
I
it.
just wanted to make sure you knew I wasn't. I
Let him
wasn't
Yes,
explain
saying.
ma'am.
this
Oh,
thing.
yes, ma'am. I know where you coming from. I know where
Yes,
you coming
ma'am.
from. And
Yes, ma'am.
it
Yes,
is a
ma'am.
double standard. It is. It's always been a double standard that we can't do the things that men do. But one thing I like about this new generation, they ain't going for it. This new generation,
Oh,
Generation Z, they not going for it.
No, 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 no. Listen, what you mean they ain't going for what?
We ain't going for
They
that shit. That
those
stuff
double
that they be
standards.
trying to.
Thank
Uh-huh,
you,
they ain't
DJ.
going for it.
Thank
Time
you,
my
DJ.
come.
God. Y'all
Okay, let me
funny.
tell you
Y'all
something. Let me
are
tell you
funny.
something. Who just said Generation Z ain't going for it? Whatever you mean, they ain't going for whatever you talking about. Universal principles don't get trumped by no damn generation. Okay? Universal principles.
Yes, they do.
No,
No,
universal
I
principles
ain't
gonna
gonna
super.
lie. It don't. It
Universal
don't.
principles gonna supersede in time. Everything is gonna be everything.
It is. It's all gonna even out eventually.
Yeah,
It
universal
is.
principles gonna trump all of it.
But until the meantime, baby, do what you gonna do.
Oh.
Miss Christina, where you at?
Just listening. I'm here. I'm kind
It's
of like,
okay. We got
ooh,
to troll. We got to troll in once in a while. It's all right. We got to
I'm
troll.
telling you.
We got to troll. Every once in a while, we got to troll. Go ahead, Miss Lady London. We listening to you.
Take myself off mute. But I was just saying this new generation is different because what I'm seeing these days, you got women that was out there bad and it is out there bad. They getting wifed up. They getting husbands. And
Listen,
but wait a
No, they
minute.
That's
not.
all
But
cap.
No,
That's
they
all
not.
cap.
coming up,
That's cap.
we were always told that don't no man want no woman that done been out there.
turn up for your folks to a housewife.
I was always taught that coming up, but like in today's time, I'm seeing the opposite of many things that I was taught by my elders coming up. Because you got women that have been out here, got a bad past, and getting married to good men, getting husbands, baby, getting the best men, providers, and all that stuff. So it's not
I don't know where you getting.
really,
I don't know where you getting that
honey.
information.
I see it, baby. It's
Wait, you see? Wait, you see what?
out
What you
here in the
see?
Where?
world, honey.
Where?
What you see?
This a
She's not
woman.
lying. She's not
Where,
lying.
Yes,
baby?
I've
it's
seen that
it's
happen too.
happening.
Wait,
I've
what's
seen
that?
that
I'm
happen too.
confused on
Christina,
what's happening.
Christina,
I've
The-
seen where women that were very promiscuous.
That's an
Christina, I'm not
anomaly.
gonna
Okay,
marry you
Stop
if you keep
it.
no,
talking. I'm
that's
not
an
gonna marry
anomaly. You
you.
guys are talking about one woman because I'm in Chicago and I'm through the streets in the city. I do not see that. They
Well, wait a
not
minute.
going.
I don't know.
That's cap.
I'm
They
from the
single
country,
out here.
so
Very
down
single.
here they get.
I can ride. I'm sitting in
They
my
very
car. I
single.
can ride 20 minutes from now. And boy, they out here. They
I'm gonna
please
tell
ain't
y'all like
nothing out.
this.
Child, now we
Please,
supposed to be getting married.
please.
Wait a minute now. You ain't tired yet. When you go now, wait a minute now. You can't cheat on me. Cause I'm gonna walk away from you. You ain't gonna see me no more. I ain't gonna get you back.
I'm
You
out
ain't
here
gonna see
having
me
a
no
little
more.
fun for the night. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I lost six. Man, listen. I'm out here having some fun.
I ain't got time.
Can I tell y'all how I feel about what Lady London said? Now I had this one homegirl growing up, right? When I say she was had a couple of my cousins, couple of my homeboys, but she's happy now with her little family, and I'm just like, oh, you can.
Yeah, because she knew nobody else was gonna grab her. She better
But
be
that's what we
content.
saying now
She
that
knew ain't nobody was
they
gonna grab her.
are. You still can do that. Like if they was that way, they
I have
get
seen it.
wiped up.
I have seen it multiple times, and I asked a guy.
Yeah,
I asked
but
a
I
guy that
don't.
I knew from the country about this. Like, why these women that are out here bad? It just seemed like they're the ones that the men want. And I talked to this guy, and he told me, he said some of these girls done been through stuff. They done been great. They done been touched. They done been through a lot of trauma and stuff in their life. And he dawned that on me. You know what I'm saying? Saying,
You in South?
no, sir,
Are
I'm
you
in
in South
Jamaica.
Carolina?
But he dawned
You
that
in
on me.
Jamaica?
You know what I'm saying? So,
You
well, why
lying
you
like a
want to know
mother.
where
Why you
I
just gonna
am,
lie like that?
sir?
Come on, you in Jamaica.
No, he
You ain't
just
got.
trying
I
to
ain't trying
check
to
your
pinpoint your bummer
demographics so we can
clock.
sort through. We can
Well,
let you know we can let you
Let's
know
be
uh-huh.
all. Damn, I ain't
wherever
trying
you
to.
at
No,
that the
damn. I
promiscuity
can
ain't
tell you
getting
from
wiped
some
up
southern
like that. Now,
state,
if you got
Well,
a
Southland.
few in the area that's been winning, they had a big nice wedding. That don't speak to the big old general.
no, honey. I've been seeing. I've had multiple women and women that I've known and seen that was out there bad and got a husband, a good husband.
So
Like, you know.
put a number. Can you put a number on it?
You
Can you put a
You
number?
can't call one
But
on
why?
right now.
But it's not like if I did
She
call them out
capping.
that
She
you
on
would
here
know them
lying.
or
No.
who they
I
are.
didn't
So I
mean
mean,
I call them out. We said
I know. Hey,
put a little number on it. Put a little number on
let me translate what she just said.
it. Is it 50?
Let me translate what she just said. I know a lot of women who was out here doing
yes,
dinos
honey,
who married
married
right now,
and
who was out here swearing off. That's
but
all
but
she
two
just
but two
said.
other
Like, come
women
on,
on the
man,
panel
stop it,
just
bro.
told you the same thing. So I
But
mean, like,
you guys are talking about your anecdotal experiences. When we look at social media and when we look at reality, you got cousins, you know people that's really about their life. You went to high school with them, you went to college with them. You know they not wifed up, they single. You know we know this to be a fact. Like
well, what I'm saying is it don't stand strong in today's time. That's just not true. That just because a woman was out there, that she won't get a husband or that she won't get a good
nobody never
man.
said she wouldn't get a husband. That's not what we saying.
We know that's what she was saying though. She said that's what they
It's
were
more than
saying.
likely if you carry yourself a certain way, then you won't
She
get a
You
said
know.
that's what we were taught back in the day, not to be promiscuous and
Right.
do all
Right.
this.
I was told not to do that, and I'm still not going to do
That's
that.
not that's not about you being told not to be promiscuous. That's good if you was your upbringing, somebody was trying to convey a certain type of
Mhm.
discipline for you or give you some type of discernment that you have for yourself. But naturally, women can't move like men. And
No,
now
you can't.
they are trying
Correct.
to, and that's where they running into their problem at. It don't matter.
Correct.
This is universal principles. I really don't speak my opinions. I try to work off facts, data, and statistics. Women want to move like men. They starting to move like men, and they getting the results and the outcome that they not trying to achieve, but they are getting the results and the outcomes that they don't want to have. And that's
Okay, can we talk about the universal stuff? Because you saying it's that, but honestly and truthfully, we not supposed to even be sleeping with nothing but one partner. Honestly,
well,
Well,
that's
I
see. Okay,
meet.
hold on. Let's talk about that. Do you when the where you get that moral compass, your social construct from? What you said we honestly not supposed to be mono. Who supposed to be mono? Men or women?
we are a lot.
Man was made to procreate, so we don't supposed to be mono.
Well, what the hell? Why do we have eggs then?
You say who have eggs?
Us
No,
women.
I said us,
Yeah,
men.
I know. You said we was here to procreate, but y'all can't procreate
No,
without us.
no, I'm telling you, men.
Egg.
Listen. Men wasn't here to be mono. You were. You supposed to be the virgin. When the Bible speaks on virginity, it's talking about the woman. It's not talking about the man.
I ain't even. Hold on. What you think? What you think I'm talking about? Tell me where you think? Where you think I got my
Right.
information from?
No, listen. I thought you was going
Stop.
into that good book. I
No,
thought.
I ain't going into that good book. I'm a whole nother. I'm a whole nother.
All right,
I'm a
go ahead.
whole.
I hear you. Come on.
Stop. So what I'm saying is, okay. Let's talk about the good book. They say
No, we
that.
ain't got to go there. That's
No,
not.
no. I just want to let me just say
I
this.
thought that's where you was going.
No, I wasn't going there, but because I do understand that though. I understand why they say now. I understand because I always thought like, why did they say that we not supposed to, do the do until we marry? It didn't sit well with me. But now with my knowledge of everything, I understand why, and it didn't come from the good book because the good book just honestly say don't do it until you marry. But now I see. It's
Your
so much
role,
other stuff.
your role and our roles is they different. That's all I'm saying. We can have different roles, but nowadays, if you realize what's happening now in 2025, families are much smaller than they were in the 60s. And there's a reason for that. People are getting away from their natural role and the natural order of things. And as a result, certain things are happening. And when certain people, when we try to have a certain level of communication, it's a lot of resistance there based on where people be coming from. So we just have different roles as men and women.
I feel like I feel like my role as a woman was to come down here and not so much be the queen, but like I'm me, like I can't describe it, but I feel like the man was supposed to come here to protect, to of course procreate with us, and to make us happy, stop it, to make us, feel loved or whatever. But sometimes when they can't do that because they trying to go be with Sheikah, Keisha, and Tina, all them people, you gotta. I can't really say.
Come on, get it out.
Like,
You gonna take your time. Get it out. Take your time. If you
you,
need an alley oop from Lady London, alley oop. Miss Christina Riley,
Cause
she
she
need an alley
definitely
oop.
gonna give you one.
Shakira, she need an alley oop. Jump on in there and
Somebody
get an
help her
alley oop.
out. Give it to
She
her.
needs some assistance. Come on.
I get what I'm trying to say. Y'all can't.
We gonna help her out. We just
Come
want her to
on,
get
help
her
out. Help out.
right.
What I'm saying is, you said that y'all came down here to procreate. What do you think that we was supposed to do?
You
Y'all
said
think y'all not supposed
I don't want
y'all
to
just
lead.
supposed to procreate and not give love,
I don't
not
want to
care
lead.
about our feelings and all that?
I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to lead you into what you're trying to say. I want you to speak, and then I'll speak. I need you to get an alley oop from Miss Angelita for you. Come on, Angelita for you. Come on.
Come on, let me know, cause I don't know, Miss Angelina.
They
Do you
can't
do
save
you
her
get
from
what
that
I'm
bullshit
saying?
she
Do
talking.
y'all get what I'm
They,
saying? Like,
these
I
women
do.
cannot help
Hold
you
on,
out with
Chacha.
that
Hold
BS.
on, Chacha.
what's the
Go ahead. They
BS
can't
though?
save you.
What is the
They
BS?
can't save you,
Because
bro.
what
You
I'm
tried, baby girl, and it
what
just
I'm
didn't go.
saying is
Miss-
y'all saying that y'all came to procreate.
No,
We got
listen.
eggs. Y'all can't procreate without us.
I'm just
Hello?
saying I'm saying in society we have different roles. And the gender wars are here now, so the roles are being conflated. Men have never changed.
Dad, don't call him. No. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me press.
Miss Angelita, we need an alley oop. Come on, Miss Christina and Lady London. Where y'all at?
So here's the thing. Only thing I had to speak to was the double standards because Chi-Town came and said
It's okay.
that
It's okay. We dealt with that. It's double standards. Women make babies, men can't.
right,
I
it's
want a baby.
double.
I want to
It's
get pregnant.
okay.
Fuck that. I can't get pregnant. I'm
Got it.
out.
Right. So we know that there's double standards. So we know that it's a problem when a man is messing with a younger woman, and maybe not vice versa. But we also understand that it's a problem when women sleep around with
Now
multiple
hold on.
men because they're looked at what?
Let's have a conversation. You said we know it's a problem when a man sleep with a woman, a younger woman. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
Who
just a
told?
younger woman, but a woman
Wait,
underage. So I
wait.
think he was talking about underage.
I'm asking.
Is that
Okay.
what you were talking about, Chi-Town?
Well,
Because he's the only one who could clarify what he was
no,
saying.
I can clarify. I can clarify. At one point, where you get your social construct from? What you
Well,
underage? Where you get that from your society, right? Or do you get it from somewhere else?
you get that from the law. I
The
got mine
law,
from the law.
right? So if in Egypt they selling their daughters, okay, I gotta go. If in Egypt they giving their daughters away at 12 and 13 years old, and that's their law, what make you right and them wrong?
We're not in Egypt.
Yeah, we is. That's the problem.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not in Egypt.
These laws is for these. I feel like this. Okay, let's go to that. Let's go to them selling
I want to say
they
this as
twins.
well. I just want to say this for the record. I'm not condoning nobody get out there and be promiscuous. I'm not telling nobody to turn towards being promiscuous because of today's standard. You stand on whatever it is that you believe in. I'm not saying that that's right. I just want to cut that for the record so that there won't be no confusion. I don't think it's right on a woman end. I don't think it's right on a man end. But I got to state that, just to clear up any confusion.
Thank you.
Promiscuous girl.
Thank you, Lady London. You know what, Lady London, you have made so many great points. I just want you to know that you are truly appreciated in your perspective.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please.
Sometimes
You ain't
just
make
mad
no
because he
great
can't accept
points.
his request or he can't see your profile. That's all
Lord.
that is.
Woo.
I'm
Need something
trying
else,
to.
honey. I
I'm trying
wanted to
to.
ask him how many drinks he had tonight. Was he on brown or was he on white?
Why
Or
his little
whatever
boy
he was
out
on.
here riding
I'm not. I'm on.
around?
I'm on neither. I'm on neither.
Yes, honey, but it's not right on either end, but society just made
Catching
it.
these soul ties and we ain't even know.
Correct.
Right.
Soul ties and
No, I'm
demons.
talking. I'm talking about Miss Christina.
You getting soul ties and
What about
demons
me?
and all.
What about me?
I'm on your ass.
You can't cheat on me because I'm gonna walk away from you. You ain't gonna see me no more.
Ah, Christina,
That's
Christina, why
I'm
you
not
right
like
gonna
now,
get
that?
you
Why
back.
you want
Queen.
to get on here
I'm not
for?
gonna get you back. I'm not gonna get you back because I
Oh,
don't stoop that
Christina.
low, and I don't let nobody touch me underneath my clothes like that. So I'm gonna walk away from you. You ain't gonna see me no more. You gonna miss them foot rolls when you
What's
get in
that?
the door.
All right.
You ain't got nothing to say now. I be quiet as I done heard him all
I ain't
night.
got no. I like an
I ain't
aggressive
aggressive
woman.
at all.
Yes,
No,
you
I'm not.
are.
I'm just honest.
I'm just being honest. Please. Boy, y'all, boy, the women, man. I
Don't say
tell you.
women. Don't say women.
Can't deal with us, can't
Yeah.
deal without us.
Mm-mm.
I can deal without you.
Mm.
It's gonna
Let me
irritate
know.
me when y'all gone.
All right. Where that young lady at talking about Wayne in Egypt? Yes, we is.
Oh, he don't come back.
Where she at? Where you go? Oh, she gone.
Oh goodness.
So
Amazing.
y'all think so y'all think we weren't here so y'all think we wasn't here to have babies. That's what you trying to say. Y'all was just here to have
Now
babies.
look, don't you guys think it's good when we can come together, like, and be able to spend several hours conversing about different perspectives, and at the end of the night, there's a strong possibility that a perspective of somebody that gave you some sort of enlightenment, or you've been able to give somebody some sort of enlightenment. Don't you guys think that's a good thing? But I think we having an amazing conversation tonight. To be honest with you, and the more we do it, the more enlightenment gonna come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't all speak at once. Where you at, Miss London?
The question.
Well, I was just basically asking how you feel about your interaction and your conversation tonight in the room.
I feel like I'm solid, and I always just have just been me, just stand on whatever I believe in, and I'm just. I definitely want to say, and this is not trying to take a shot at anybody else or trying to say anything about anybody else, but I love, care, and respect black women. I haven't ever been a pick me woman or a male centered woman. Not saying that I'm just in favor of everything a woman do, but I haven't just been never one of them type of women that just sit up and go against other women, just because anything like that. But it was a good conversation. I respect the fact that everybody just stood on what they believed in, and now we're at a point where it didn't get out of hand and it's all laughs. So that's all, brother.
Well, I, I, I
Who was that just
that's
got done talking?
Miss Lady London.
Oh my God.
He just that's how just keeping it real and trolling. Christina, what you think? Oh, y'all just cracking up laughing.
Oh my goodness.
Lord London is she just one of these Southern belles who got flower dresses and the
They
little
all
things
Southern
on her
Belle.
hand,
They all
Wait
passing
a
Southern
out
minute
Belle.
now. I'm
tea.
from South Carolina too now.
That's a Southern Belle.
Oh, you from South
Yeah.
Carolina too? You old
That's
horse
right.
riding,
That's right.
saddlebag
That's
wearing.
right. Go ahead and say something else.
What
That's
they
right.
doing out there in Flint, Miss Jackson? What y'all doing?
Oh, baby, you don't want to know.
No,
Flint, Michigan, still dodging that
You better
water that they
shut
let
your
through that mother.
goddamn mouth.
I've
That's
been to
disrespectful.
I've been to Flint before. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Yeah, they out there doing us
I'm gonna tell
bad.
you
You're not
one
that
thing
far away
though.
from
I'm
Toledo,
gonna
am I
tell you
right?
one thing.
I ain't that far away from Chicago. 4
Oh no,
hours to go.
you're a little stretch. Well, no, you ain't that far away from
Out
Chicago.
4 hours.
Yeah, we every time a Detroit person come up, we see y'all dusty ass
No,
coming all the way to
we
Michigan.
tapped in with it. We tapped in with the
Dusty,
D. We tapped in
baby.
with
Do
the
you?
D. We
We
tapped
are
in.
the Motor City capital around
Oh,
here,
shout out
sweetie.
to real.
We
Man, y'all are
got it.
not the
Shout out
motor.
to
Come
Y'all,
on
real.
now. We was
y'all,
the
y'all
first
are
people
y'all are
wearing
the
them
look.
buff
No,
Tims, all
it
that.
don't went
Stop
from
playing. Yeah, you see him?
it,
Hold on.
Stop playing.
it don't went from the Motor City. It don't went from the Motor City to the
Come
little
on.
engine
Stop
that
it.
could.
No,
Stop it.
baby. That's shy
It's
time,
not the same
Bookie.
thing.
That's sure. We
Woo!
still
Shout out
popping.
raw.
We still popping.
Shout
Ain't
out
gonna never
real.
stop.
No. On some real mess. What turned me against? I ain't gonna say against him, but what gave me a negative image of Barack Obama is when he went to Flint, Michigan, and when that occasion happened through with the pipe line that
Yeah,
it bust and
It didn't bust. That's not what
I
happened.
remember that.
But
What
yeah,
happened?
I know what you're saying. That he
That's
drank
a
that
enlighten me.
water.
What happened?
Yeah, he that it
and
didn't
he
bust. They
go
actually
ahead.
so here in Flint we got the Flint River, right? And our water was coming from
Mhm.
the Detroit River. And the governor at the time, he thought it was a good idea to turn the pipes back on from Detroit to Flint. Well, the Flint pipes basically, and it was all corroded and stuff. We never. I don't even. Shit. I'm 32. I didn't even know that we was getting ever got water from Flint. Honestly,
How
because
y'all doing now? I heard it was better. Is it? Is
fool me once,
Kwame
shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
is
You
Kwame
ain't gonna never.
is
We
Kwame
ain't. We
Kilpatrick out?
who?
Kwame Kilpatrick, the mayor that took all that money from the you don't know you young, so you probably don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but they no, we still can't drink our water and stuff. Well, we don't drink it. Honestly,
Wow. Wow.
it's still bad. Like they don't care.
Y'all have
Baby,
okay.
listen, they just built a whole new
I ain't gonna
juvenile.
drop no spill on here. I don't want them to, be watching me.
Yeah,
Gotta be careful.
they ain't right. They ain't right at all. But
I got you.
karma gonna come. Trust and believe. That's one thing they gotta understand.
At least you down there holding it down with a perspective. So that's what's up.
I ain't worried. I knew when they had switched it. Cause I drunk the water. Remind you, we used to make the Kool-Aid and stuff with the water, and drink out the tap. We can't even do that. I swear, for when before they announced that they switched it, I felt like they had already switched it because I made some Kool-Aid one day and I drunk it and my head just started hurting. I'm like, no, we ain't drinking that no more. Like,
Yeah.
and from then we had just started buying bottled waters.
Yeah.
And then it went like that. I'm just like, they crazy. But yeah, it's bad up here still. Like, they still around here roping stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Somebody just got messed up earlier. It's not good up here. Honestly, I stay in the house.
How y'all
I don't even
how
try to
y'all
go out.
do you tap in with you guys political scene out there or not really? You don't know what's going on with that?
Man, I ain't gonna hold you up. Um, I know they said that some of them people from that they just brought here that the orange man just brought here. They supposed to be coming here. But my thing is where they gonna go?
Got you. Got you.
Like I don't know where they gonna go, but they're probably gonna go somewhere like in Detroit, somewhere down there in Rochester and stuff where the rich people at probably. But
Got
I don't really too much deal with the politics because last time I voted, well, no, I think I voted this time. Yeah, see, listen, last time I voted when Trump, when he, excuse me, when he had first ran, I voted and he still won. And then I voted this time and he still won. I just said, F it. Ain't nobody about to keep playing with y'all, wasting my energy and my time. So yeah, it's bad out here. They don't care. It's all
you.
about.
Sound optimistic the way you speak. You sound optimistic. Even though it's bad, you still seem like you optimistic, though.
I think I only voted because I understand. Man, listen, I'm so deep into this other stuff that I don't want to say it on here. But
Okay.
I only voted because I know my people still believe in the stuff. You get what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I voted. I already knew he was gonna win because what they were saying. I already knew it was. I'm like, he about to win. I see stuff before it happens, so I already knew he was gonna win. I just did it just to probably make my mama happy. Honestly, that's about all it was. But other than that, man, he out cold. This stuff is so sad. I don't know. I don't know. I just started me a business. Hopefully, I don't even have to.
Congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
You know, I'm
Thank
going to give you this little gem for your business.
you.
The better you try to in life, the more God bless you, the more Satan going to try to test you.
Oh, I
The
know.
bigger the blessing, the bigger the distractions. So just do your best to stick with it, regardless of what's coming your way. And earlier, I know you said you got kids and things of that nature. So it's going to be certain things that try to take you off your square. If you stay focused, it'll work. It'll happen for you. Believe
Yeah, I know.
me.
Thank you for
It's a
that.
true story.
I appreciate
You
it.
gotta, at some point, you gotta realize that we got to help encourage each other, and also when there's obstacles there, they there for a reason. That's what a lot of people don't understand.
Mhm.
Those
Yes, I
obstacles are
know.
there to make
Nobody
you
said it was
stronger
gonna be
and better.
easy.
That's what they for.
Yep, I've been through it all. I done been through it all.
Yeah,
So I'm destined to win. I already know.
and it's building you and it's making you the person you is today.
Yeah, it built me up a lot.
Young at 32 years old, and you opening up a business. It's an amazing thing. Just stick with
Mhm.
it. That's it.
Yeah, thank you. I am for sure. It's nothing. I can't go nowhere but up from here.
It's a fact.
Like
Good thing. That's a good thing.
it's so crazy, man. I was trying like I ain't gonna hold you up. I'm into spiritual stuff.
That's a good thing.
I burnt me I think it's called a jealousy incense, like against our jealousy, right? Like 3 days ago. And I know y'all don't want me. I ain't gonna get on here bashing nobody, but when I say the next day after that, me and my baby daddy just I can't see eye to eye with him no more. Like it's been something. Like it's been so much that just trying to turn me sour, and I'm just like I can't. Like I just can't. I just bought me a house. Just what April 30th, and it.
Congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you. Yeah, so I just bought a house April 30th, and it seemed like just so much stuff just trying to, like you said, it's just distractions and
Yeah,
all that.
the further you
Hmm
try to go, everything you try to do is going to be a level of pushback and resistance.
hmm
But that's just to make you stronger. That's just to
Yeah,
help build your character, build your discernment, build your discipline, build your disposition. You'll be okay. You just have to fight through all of that.
and I am. I've been fighting, baby. Listen, let me tell you. I feel like I was supposed to be took out of here back in What year was that? 97?
You're gonna go through storms, but you're not gonna be by yourself.
I mean, I ain't gonna say. I feel like God put people in my life, just like you. You know, you came and gave me some encouraging words, and I ain't gonna hold you up. Today, I've been feeling down and everything, just because of what happened with baby daddy. I have been feeling down. I ain't gonna say really feeling down. I just been real, just not myself. How I've been being myself. You know, I do my own hair, go get my nails done. You know, my pamper. I haven't even did my own hair in a couple weeks. Like I washed it the other day, but I usually been a flat iron it, braided, or did something to it. I'm just around here with two braids, looking
Okay.
crazy.
What people don't realize is you'll go through a storm and you think you on your own. So with God will be right there with you, going through the storm with
I say my granny here,
you. Yeah.
and my
You
granny and
can't
my
afford,
granny.
but you're not alone. You're not by
Mm-mm.
yourself.
No, and he don't want me to cry because that little Cadillac gonna be twisting and turning. I told him like, boy, you better go somewhere. But yeah, I believe in my ancestors. Um, I know my granny, she passed away back in 2001. Um, but she used to. I remember her telling us that she was down there with in Alabama with Martin Luther King. They got the dogs turned loose on them and sprayed with water hose and stuff. So when I started feeling down and everything, I just tell Granny, give me that strength that you had to go fight them dogs and get sprayed with them water hose. And when I say I cry and I feel better and go on and move on because baby, I be needing. I got 5 kids. I had my
Still
first
with
baby
you.
at
Still with
17.
you. And your children just your testimony. Your grandma's still with you.
I know. I'm about to go get her in my other room oh one of them big old posters and put it up in my living room just because that's stuff. Yeah, but here in Flint.
Be encouraged with your trials and tribulations. You gotta be.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, Miss Goddess Love, how you doing?
All right.
Come on, you can share. Come on. What you think about the topic, or what you think of what's
Thank
going
you,
on?
that girl.
Oh, well, I thought they had been divorced. That's why came for to see, like, did something else happen?
Well, we've been talking. We just went into a whole deep conversation. You just jumped in now, but we've been talking about a lot of different things.
I want to know did something else happen with them, with Pet Poops and Remy Ma.
They start kind of swinging a little hard at each other since yesterday. There's been a lot of back and forth going on.
Okay. Because I'm like, then they divorced in what was it, 2022 or three?
Well, from the looks of it, they never got a divorce. They're trying to get one now.
Oh wow, and they both with somebody else.
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. But no, I don't have a story to tell.
Well, We've been kind of going all night about different things. We've been conversation into, we've been riding, twisting and turning and going up and down, bouncing and everything. We didn't even drove the car in the water and came out the water with the car. Lady London drove the car in the space and came back down to earth. So it was all around.
I got a question for you. So
God of love would have been here, would have been twisting and turning too. Go ahead.
do you feel like it's okay for them to be with someone else since they're not legally divorced?
No. Me personally, go ahead, Miss Goddess. Go ahead.
Oh, she was asking you a question,
No,
was
I
she?
think she was asking the panel.
I was asking in general what y'all feel.
Oh, well, they're not married. I mean, they are married, so I didn't know they were still married. I thought they were divorced. Yeah, they should have waited till they
I
get
didn't.
divorced.
I
A
didn't even
divorce
know.
first. Girl, who?
I didn't know that they were divorced. I thought they were still married.
They still married.
Mm.
And he filed yesterday, but he
What
said
I
he's gonna
said
file.
was, I didn't know they were still married either. So if they are married, then they don't need to be with anybody because I thought they were divorced.
So let me ask y'all, since you asked that, let me ask this. Do you
So
guys think what you think make you married? Is it the paperwork and you going through the state, or is it the church and your covenant with God?
All of it. All
Who
of it
said
makes you
that? Who
married.
said that? Who
This
said
lady
that?
London.
You say it's all of it?
It's all of it. The certificate, the going through the courts, the covenant, the doing it under God, and also y'all acting like husband and wife towards one another and honoring your vows. All that together makes people married.
Well, one
Oh, I'm
thing.
sorry.
So when it so when so when the vows are broken, then what?
Lady at the bottom, God is love. She wants to say something, y'all.
Go ahead. Well,
To say anything I was talking about earlier,
You
but
said someone keeps interrupting you, so I'm just wanted you to get
she
your.
was, but it's over with now.
now
Okay.
go ahead, because we'll be talking and then the mics will get off and people might not hear you. So it don't be intentional all the time.
I was talking about a few minutes ago. She was over talking me, but I'm done now.
It's love. Was it me?
It's okay. Y'all can finish talking.
We wanted your input, but okay, we hear what you want to speak. It's a safe space.
I just didn't know they were still married because they moved on. So he been with that girl for a while, and she been with her guy for a while.
So I got a question, Miss Goddess. When the vows are broken, how do you feel that they
Good
should
question.
go
You
about
said the
it?
vows are broken. It's broken. Ain't
When they are broken,
what you mean? You want me to judge somebody or something?
when the
What you
vows
trying to
are
say?
broken, what do you think?
Just your perspective.
No, 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 no. Yeah. How do you think they should move on? Like, should they just go ahead and do what they
They
want to
they
do,
are getting a divorce, right?
or
So they
what?
can keep working towards their divorce.
Ask Answer your question, DJ, after God is love is through.
I think they should continue to get a divorce and co-parent.
And just leave
I
everything
mean, they're
alone. That's
already
fine.
dating
I feel
with
that.
somebody else.
So if they wasn't dating anyone else, that's what I should have said. If they wasn't, if everything wasn't already in the blogs and everything, and we didn't know anything, how do you think somebody should move about that if it was just between them two? Well, it would have been three, I guess. It would have been them three because what they say, Remy
He
started it
started
first.
what?
So if it was Remy was
I've
supposed to
never
cheat it
heard she
first.
cheated, but okay.
Yeah, she was supposed to have been with the little battle rapper dude first. That Papoose knocked out.
That's the
It
right
would be
thing.
up to whatever they
That's what
want to
that's what the
do.
story was. hmm So that's what I'm saying from your perspective. That's what it would be
Hmm.
from whatever they want to do.
Don't say the same thing.
Yeah,
It's
I
up to
feel
the
that
couple
too.
whether they want to make it work because they are still married, and at any time they can stop and decide that they want to make it work. But it's just up to that couple. Some people try to keep going, and some people don't.
I mean, I think that's what anybody though. Like, as long as both couples, I mean, both parties are willing to, sacrifice and make it work, they should if they want to. But if not, you gotta let it go. And I think they ready to let it go. But ain't no telling what really happened. We on the outside looking in. Ain't no telling.
Because Remy kind of pointed towards it was some things that he was doing,
Mhm.
or that things that he wanted her to do that she wasn't really with. And I have to say, it's really sad seeing couples because a lot of people looked up to Remy Ma and Papoose.
He was
And it's,
rooting for them. Everybody was rooting for them.
yes, I mean, it's just
Mhm.
kind of sad to see stuff because I wouldn't ever think that they would be having the issues that they're having now. You know,
Mhm.
I learned that
I
at the
didn't either.
yeah. That's deep.
Easy said it one time. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you can go ahead, Miss DJ.
I was gonna say Peasy said it the best. We can't say it. That he said we couldn't stay together forever. We grew apart, and that's some true stuff because they say in marriage. Now I ain't never been married, but they say in marriage, you gotta marry. That's why they renew their vows or whatever because you got to make sure that you want to be married to this next person that's coming because you're not going to stay the same forever. You for sure supposed to change. That's what humans are here for. We're supposed to change. We're supposed to grow and get better or shit. Sometimes they get worse. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you supposed to make sure that you gonna stick with that person forever. I feel like that's why I ain't never get married because I don't know if I want to stick with through death and sickness and health and all that. I don't know. Me
Well,
personally, I don't know.
I am
Is
for marriage
everybody on here
because,
married?
and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I I just I don't see being out here just creating a bunch of meaningless relationships with people is beneficial. It creates a lot of soul ties for no reason. And as you sleeping with people, you pick up all of their energy. And then you wondering why you acting this way, you acting that way, why you're promiscuous as a woman. It's because you've just embodied so many DNAs in you. And men too, they pick up energies of women. And this is why things are so unbalanced. It's because we got some of everybody's energy
That is
in
so
us and
true.
on us.
That's why you supposed to take spiritual baths and get it
No,
all
the
off.
spiritual back, baby. I know the spiritual back. I know everything about spirituality. But what I'm
Mhm.
saying is, you can't spiritual scrub everything off. It's gonna take you to go through some straight therapy to get some of that stuff off of you, because you still gonna think about it. You can spiritually scrub all you want to, but you're still gonna think about it.
I
You still
feel
gonna think about it.
you
I know
right
all about
about it.
spirituality. My family is Gullah Geechee. I know all about it.
I was gonna ask you that anyway because I want to
Yes,
come
we
down
are.
there.
Yes, we are.
But what I'm saying is,
Well,
yes, you are going to have to do everything. And it was always honestly and truthfully, I feel like just until recent times, probably the past 10 years, that people didn't go to therapy. Especially our culture, we didn't go to therapy. We was being
Well, we can't use
cuckoo.
textbook therapy.
Yeah.
We not supposed to use textbook therapy. That does not work for us. We
So
have to
what
use a
what kind of
different type
therapy?
of therapy.
Baby,
Our
because
therapy our therapy is different. Our therapy is I've done a lot of things for a lot of people. Our therapy is different. I am not textbook at all.
Yeah.
I
Text
am
me,
not.
so
I'm going to have you crying at the table because I want you to feel everything you've been through. And then we're going to talk about it. We're going to journal about it. Men, it's so many things that men, children, and women have told me. And I've helped them get there. And this is the type of therapy we need, not textbook. We can't, and not definitely not medication.
right.
Won't work for
Textbook
us.
is more closer to clinical therapy. You know,
Yes.
we need more talk therapy, and I tell people all the time.
Everybody's different. Some people, if medication works for them, it works for them.
Right, but it's what you do is you exhaust other avenues because most people, what I learned is a person to go somewhere and because we so vulnerable with the money and everything now, we'll do what the next person say, and the doctor will hurry up and they getting paid. They'll hurry up and throw a medication on you when actually, okay, you remember when we used to go to school, kids go to school and they'll hurry up and put you in a ADHD program when really some kids don't learn at the same pace that the next kid. So if this child just need a different type of teaching, and you just throw them over there, when all you have to do is separate this child and just work with them a little more, but they'll throw you over there, and now you're taking medicine you shouldn't be taking, and as a result, you get your condition getting worse and worse because of what you took out of time. There's other things and resources that you should exhaust before it even goes.
Exactly. So when I'm working with some of my patients, you're not screaming out in the middle of the night because you're still thinking back and you're reverting back to what's happening because the medication wore off. So
Right.
no, medication don't cover everything. You got to get there. You
And I
got to
try
get there.
I try to implement. A lot of people don't realize your surrounding, everything that you're dealing with, right? Your clean body is a form of therapy. A clean house is a form of therapy. Making friends is a form of therapy. The music that you feed your ears is a form of therapy. All these things are therapeutic in themselves and preventative measures so that you can have a certain type of wall. So it's so many other things that can be therapeutic for a person, but everybody put it under this category of therapy, meaning like you got to go seek somebody and then you got to go get some medication. Something wrong with me, but it ain't necessarily that. That's when you get them more extreme cases. A lot of different ways that people can. What your
A
point
lot
calling? Go ahead, because you
a
know
lot of
you living
women
in the
a
hot
lot of women can heal from things that are bothering them if they stop. I'm telling you, if you stop eating beef, believe it or not,
food.
beef
What you putting in your body?
is a problem for women. It's a problem for women.
Serious.
That meat, switch it to lamb. It's lean, it's different. Switch it to that. But I'm telling you, the beef is what causes the premenopausal, and then now you going through all this other stuff. You got all kind of mental stuff going on. I know what I'm talking about. I ain't a nurse for no reason.
And nurse for no reason.
I ain't an herbalist for no reason. I create medicine all over the world. I have people buying from me all over the world. I don't do this for no reason. I know what I'm talking about.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
If you don't eat beef, I can guarantee you your anger in you will decrease significantly.
That's deep.
Just do it for like 4 months and thank me later.
Mm. Mm.
It's probably that because I can honestly say, like, I don't even eat beef like that. Like, it be, I'm for real. Like, I don't even, I really be on turkey and really turkey meat. Honestly, I barely eat beef. When I do, it probably be like once in a blue moon. But I feel like with me personally, now this is just with me. I feel like I needed someone when I was going to therapy because I have took medication and I had to get right off of it because I think to myself like this with me being in the medical field, I know it's nothing but a band-aid. It's not gonna so I was thinking like, dang, maybe I do really need somebody to talk to and listen to and give me some good advice, how to cope with things because I've been going to funerals since 97. I'm only 32. I was born in 93. Like I didn't understand a lot of stuff. And then when I tell y'all from 97 to what's this year? 2025. I haven't lost nobody this year. And I hope not. So shit, just recently my uncle died, what, 2023? You know, it's always been probably a year or two where someone died, got murdered, or you know, it's a lot. So I felt like when I did go to therapy that I needed somebody to listen to me or give me some coping mechanisms or you know different ways of thinking. But instead, the therapists that I did find, they were just honestly talk about themselves. So I never really got that therapy that I feel like a lot of people seek.
Okay. Well, you send me an inbox. I'll be happy to help you.
Okay, good.
Just send me an inbox. I
Well,
got you.
I wanted to come down there anyways. I swear, just because what? Oh, I watched the Sisters of the Dust.
I know some people that don't eat meat and stay with an attitude. So I've never
Well,
heard.
it's a lack of certain proteins too.
Oh,
So that stuff do mess with our mental.
Some of these folks, they got the enemy in them. That's
Yeah.
why
Yeah,
they always stay with something they ain't supposed to have.
that's right.
hmm
That
I,
too. They got
I,
it in them to be that way. They got it in them to be that way.
I
So
just was telling my baby cousin now. So she called me one day. This was a couple days ago. She was just crying. She's only 16. She just crying and crying and crying. Asked me, can I come save her? Her mama got into it. And I'm like, baby, I can't come save you. I can't you know what's going on or whatever. And she told me the boy was supposed to have touched her. So I ended up texting her mama, telling her mama everything because my baby was talking about she just wanted the BIE. She didn't want to be here no more. Nobody really loved her and all this and that. So I told her mama all this or whatever, and her mama called me and she did tell me that she wasn't telling the whole truth. Like I felt that she was sugarcoating a lot of it, but when I was talking to her, I told her like, "You go get you some paper," because she like, "What I'm gonna do without my phone, baby? You go get you a pencil and the paper." I said, "Be a kid, get you some pencil and a paper, and write your name, the time, the date, and write everything down that you need to, and tell me how you feel. Everything, write everything down that you think you feel. Put it on the paper because you got to get that stuff out one way or another." But
that's
she
true.
did. She about to go to therapy and everything. But I hope they can help her because I didn't know that my baby was cutting herself. Well, this is my little cousin, but she been my baby since she was a baby. I had her when her mama went to work. So when she told me like she had been cutting herself, I'm like, you have to stop. Like you too pretty for that. And when I told her she was too pretty, she just bust out crying even harder. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is just. It felt like a revolving, just the generational curses is just so heavy, and it's just like, how the hell do we supposed to change this stuff from the, from this generation type thing?
Well, I tell
It's
you
so
what.
sad.
This is going into a different conversation, and I think we've been on live for how long now? Like what? We're getting ready to close out. So you just send me a message. I'll be happy to help y'all. And just send me a message. I'll be happy to help y'all.
Getting a little late for everybody, but
Yeah,
look,
we getting ready to close out.
appreciate everybody being here. We trying to show up every day after 8 or 9 o'clock. So if you guys want to continue to come back, we really appreciate it. Lady London, we appreciate you being here. Even though Miss God is Love came back a little late, we appreciate you. Miss Jackson, for sure. Kira always in here showing love. In Chi-Town, I think he probably still out there in ATL. But we'll be back tomorrow, Lady London. We're following you. I appreciate you tapping in with us, too.
I appreciate
I'm
you as
sorry
well, brother.
I didn't say much. Some conversations just don't need some conversations you gotta know
it's not for you.
Well, we
You just
appreciate
sit
your
back.
we appreciate your energy because you grown and you got a lot of insight and wisdom. So we appreciate you. You always
Thank
come through
you.
with showing love.
Yes.
So we love you.
Yeah.
You good people.
And I follow Charles, so make sure y'all follow me back so I can see y'all
All
Okay.
stuff.
right.
So we'll see y'all tomorrow if y'all want to slide through.
All right, all right. I'll talk to y'all. I appreciate all y'all for all your advice and everything. Everything. Honestly, truly, y'all gave me a new outlook on stuff. I'm not even gonna hold y'all up.
So we appreciate you being here.
And
You
I
just
will
stay
be back
positive over
tomorrow.
there and tap in with us. We're gonna be showing up.
I'm for sure. I'm put my kids to sleep
All right.
tomorrow
Y'all have a
early.
good
All
night.
right.
You too.
Start to
Good night,
right.
y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Powerful. Do you see different thoughts, different walks of life, different people coming in with different perspective to put insight on certain things and the extensions of how deep it can go? Yeah, it's worth watching it. It's worth continuing to show up. It's worth to have these conversations. But this is what I'm gonna need you to do, young man. Pay attention. Stay woke.
That one more time?
I said, I am trying to have my first child with you, and I promise you we can get married first, then we can have a child, and I'll treat you right.
Oh, okay.
So do we got a deal or not?
We'll see.
That's what we gonna see.
You see, clown you and use you for content, so I need you to stay woke and pay attention to what's going on behind your back. This is where we at. Times have changed. Everybody chasing clout. Everything is a troll. Everybody want to go down the aisle and do the ceremony and do the wedding, but they don't want the marriage, which entails no, the money low, no, the music down, yeah, the food ain't too good, the cars and the big party and all the fancy dresses and the fancy suits and all your good pretty people, things is going left. What about now? When we being led astray, when we going through some things and they clown you. Same thing going on right here. You need to pay attention to what's real so that you don't get caught up in a bad web. Here you are, want to get this baby a lady, want to do her right, want to treat her right, and she laughing because she want to be over there with the dogs. Get away more on that side. Come over here so that you're not in a situation where you relinquishing all power and authority and you getting dogged out as a result and you getting clowned behind your back. Is that facts or is that fiction? Let's do the math.
Man, I just did DoorDash for 12 hours and made $40. Like, I don't see what y'all was saying, man. Be your own boss, they said. You can get to make your own schedule, they said. Man, I've been working 80 hours a week on this stuff, man, and barely making $500, $600, $700. Shoot, might as well have a job. I don't see how folks even be on this stuff, man.
Facts or fiction? Is the service industry changing when it comes to DoorDash, Uber Eats, Uber itself, Grubhub? You have different type of services that years ago was fundamental for to make it comfortable and convenient for the person spending their money. But I noticed when companies take these private companies and put them on public trading company, turn them into public trading companies, and different people have stake in it, the people at the top just get paid more and they deduct that from the person that's doing the labor, the hard worker. So controlling your time with those jobs is convenient, but you tying your car up, a lot of labor on your body, your back, you're running around, and they're not compensating the payment. The compensation ain't there like it used to be. Some people will say that that's not true. But at the end of the day, content is king. You want to jump over here into this realm, into the content world, in order to facilitate a new boss. It's not happening overnight. That's another thing what I realized. And these are facts. The fiction is the fact that you think you can get rich overnight. You think you could take $50,000 and invest it in the property. You're going to fix the property. You're going to flip it for $2. Nah, this is fiction. The fact is, certain things, many things, most things, 99.9% of things, you have to work for it. You have to have resources. You have to build relationships. You have to invest sweat equity. You have to invest money, and you have to invest time. If you don't have one, you're gonna sacrifice another. If you don't want to put a certain amount of work in, you're gonna have to spend a certain amount of money. If you don't want to spend a certain amount of money, you're gonna have to put a certain amount of work in. These are facts over fiction. So stop dreaming and get up and get to work. And know that divorces and breakups can become very, very nasty, and give yourself insight of what's to come. So therefore, your mind will be strategically instructed to think a certain way when you start to cross certain paths and swim in certain waters and try to face, and you have to face certain trials and tribulations. Everything ties into it. Okay? Now, we want to send a positive energy to anybody out there that's going through a divorce, that's going through a breakup. Don't let it break you. What don't kill you make you stronger. Those facts, stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow. Bigger play.
Pastors lying to the public. They ain't got the truth in them. Lights out, gas off, boot listed city pimping. Blocks on fire cause the homeowners broke as fuck. Taxes up, water bill higher than a Civic truck.